Howdy, all you fine folks, all 9, 10 of you. I don't know what Andy means by video call. Dude, don't you now I'm scared. I don't know everything. David's got something popping up. Uh-oh. We ain't even got started and David's over there already. So, definitely feels weird leaving you guys for two weeks. But I'm sure glad I did because we're in the middle of re-roofing our house and that's been about a fucking nightmare to say the least. Oh, and our freezer went out and 900 million other things. But hey, it's life. But so we will start by saying that Wasp won the Boubet prize. But Wasp, I looked for a song for you because I was gonna play one of your hard heavy metal rock songs, but I couldn't stand listening to none of those fuckers. I can't find a good one. I know they're out there. I just don't remember them. It's been a long time since I listened to them. So yeah, I was a little disheartened by that whole thing. So that's why you got two songs and I went, yeah, that's it. That Leonard Skinner one, which I see Wasp immediately went to. That one is going to be for the end of the show, but I know how to fuck up an anvil really well. And you see, I did a really good job at it right there. So yeah. So we will start by saying, howdy, Wasp. And Sugar Britches. How are ya? And Mishka. And Sherry. I'm telling you, I'm getting me one of those I see the looking glass things. And Wes, how are ya? And Arby, how you doing? And PA, Mr. Portland Andy. And David, who's got something popping up. And Wesley, howdy Wesley. And Ann, howdy Ann. We are doing the roof ourselves. And oh my God, I'm not doing the roof. Let's be quite honest, because if it would have been up to me, I know it was going to be more expensive, but I would have hired out because not everybody has the skills to roof. There is I know it doesn't seem like a talent, but there is a talent to that shit. So, and not that my husband's incompetent, because he by no means is. But it's hard work. And of course he took off a month to do this shit. So not only that, we are replacing siding that needed to be replaced. We also blew in insulation. I did help with that part. The reason I ain't helping with the roof is I've already rode a ladder I rode it 8 seconds and then some to the bottom. So Julie ain't riding no more ladders. I'm done doing that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to play that game. So I know there's other people that ride them every day and love it, but I'm not one of those. I thought I busted both of my legs actually. But I didn't. I just crawled around in a circle like a hit dog around Marvin's legs after it happened. Oh my God, I thought I died. I wished I was going to die. Oh, they hurt bad. But anyways, so that's why I don't get up there and help him. Normally I would go help, but and the other times that I won't help is when I think there's the easier way to do it. And Mr. Bullheaded doesn't want to go that way. And, you know, I don't blame him because he's a man and usually with shit like that, he knows better than I do. But, you know, still, if I think that there's a better way to do it and I don't want to do it the way that it seems harder. So anyways. Yeah, I'm not a ladder lover. I hate fucking ladders now. Just to walk up it and hand him something. I I don't like it. I really do feel like I get PTSD. Like I start to get kind of dizzy and like my eyeballs don't want to focus and shit. It's like, yeah, no, no thanks. I don't want to do that. There's something known as the aggravation factor. What do you mean, Wasp? I'm sure. I know I'm late on asking that. You're putting a roof on your deck, David? Ugh. I need all those things done in my house. Can I borrow Marv after he finishes your house? Well, I don't know. We'll see. You might go, no, thanks. I don't want to. Let's just say that everybody gets to learn all the words that they never knew were in the English language, and some that probably weren't. And he made up himself because it gets very frustrating. Mind you, this roof is old. It's got 2 layers on it, so a lot of shit has to come off. And of course, there was stuff, the gutters, they didn't do their job, and so we had to place some sheeting and only little pieces, but still, it was a pain in the ass, and it's still a pain in the ass, and everything's still tore apart, and I'm sick of looking at it. It's a nightmare. So, and on top of that, the freezer quit. So we lost everything in the freezer because I hadn't been in it in probably, I thought it had only been a couple days, but I think it was actually longer than that. I'd taken stuff out and put it in the meat drawer to thaw, but it must have been like 4 days. And we had 2 really, really, really hot days. So, yeah. We lost everything in that deep freeze. I still can't believe that. It kind of makes you sick to your stomach. So, Justine, howdy, ma'am. And broke both his feet falling off his roof. Ow. See, that's why. No thanks. So, I see that Bobby is got a reason again not to be here. He didn't come on last time. I feel like he's butthurt with me, but maybe I'm wrong. Yep, I plaster it right out here on the stream because that's how I fucking roll. So I feel like he's butthurt or something, which really bums me out because I didn't touch his butt, I swear. So anyways, he better come here and tell me what his deal is and why he hasn't been around in forever. I know it's summertime, though, and people are busy. I do try to give excuses, but only for so many weeks. Yours was a useless pergola. Oh. We still have to do our windows. We still have... Oh, there's so much shit to do. And then we have to do the inside. I mean, and floors have to be ripped out. All kinds of shit. It's not pretty. But it'll be done right because these were houses that were built by Intel. So they just threw them together like, I don't know, with popsicle sticks and duct tape, I swear. So there's lots of shit that's not done or not done properly. There ain't a window in here that's even. Every one of them, when our blind guy came in to do the blinds, he was just flabbergasted that not one window was even. Every one of them was cockeyed. And everything else about it. When you walk in the door, you see where the tape is along the sheetrock, like how they taped it off. They just did the most piss poor job you ever seen. Want to know what my shirt says, Wesley? You're going to love it. It says, wait, let me find the spot. It says, what the fuck, Yellen? I used to really be hooked on succulents. And so my daughter and granddaughter got me this shirt, and then and I still like them, but I'm not quite as hooked on them as I was. I was doing the whole propagating and then all that shit, which is super easy, I might add. With 3 seasons and close on porch. What the fuck is a 3-season enclosed porch, Wasp? You don't get 4 season? I don't understand. Help. Thank you, Wesley. I love it. Great for grilling in the middle of a blizzard. A blizzard nor'easter. What? Why can't I read? What does that say? Am I retarded? What's nor'easter? Is that a storm? Okay. So anyways, what else? The big thing that has just gotten me right now, well, among other fucking things, is this whole mosquito thing. I don't know if anybody's heard about it, but I wouldn't want to spend, not in your fucking winters, no way. Won't go on the porch. So the mosquitoes that they planted in Texas and Florida, and they're genetically modified mosquitoes, and then lo and behold, malaria came up in those states where that was at. But of course, it's caused by climate change, not the the modified ones. No, it has nothing to do with that. Then, oh wait, it's okay because we're covered, because Gates got us covered. So I think there's like a vaccine for it or something to that. Maybe I shouldn't say that word. Let me clarify. This is not medical information of any kind. This is what I read on NBC News. So it's not. There's no medical information here. None. I know nothing. This is all hearsay. So, but anyways, sounds strange, don't it? It seems strange to me. So I'm going to leave. We are guinea pigs. We're total fucking guinea pigs. I'm gotta go. I gotta go find my other YouTube here. Give me 2. Oh Christ. Okay, here we go. Did you guys see that I changed my Gutter Girl name? I kept it Gutter Girl, but I put a cherry behind it. I thought that was cute. And I changed our picture on Gutter Pub. I don't know if you guys noticed that either. Yeah, Big Brother says we'll be happy. Just shut up and eat bugs. Exactly. Just do it.
We are so glad that you have tuned in today.
Shut up, Glenn.
Today is
Glenn, shut
an
up.
important day to answer this question.
Glenn, shut the phone. Okay. I'm going to find my video. Our live. Why is this taking forever? So anyways, that's what struck me very strange this week, is that whole deal with the mosquitoes. I mean, oh, and did you also see that they are putting charges against a whistleblower regarding Joe Biden's bullshit? Okay, here we go. Good. I'm glad you guys like it. Hi, Kai. Okay. Hurry up. Let me mute it. The other thing, I don't know if anybody's noticed, but I joined Twitter under Gutters Pub. So, with the same legs on fire thing picture. So, if anybody cares. And the link is up. And it's pinned. Pin, baby, pin. Message pinned. No, I don't want to undo it. Okay. All right. So, well said, Harvey, I really found your presentation the week prior very interesting, disturbing, but interesting. I now understand why you don't want to neuter your dog, though. I still don't understand why you want to neuter your dog, though. Oh, thank you, Mishka. That was funny. Okay, let me close this shit out because I think it's stalling me up. What else did I see? Uh-oh, I'm gonna have to shut off the notifications. They're gonna go crazy. What else do I have? Thought I had more information for you guys. Oh, I found this little titty here. So I got this phone call the other day, and it was a 503 number. And then I look at it, and it's actually to help immigrants. Yeah. They even got emergency numbers. They got all kinds of shit so that, you know, they can help let me clarify the illegals, because that's what they are in all reality. But they've got it anyways. They called our number. I have my phone number, my cell phone number. So I thought that was a bit strange. And yeah, Arby, I was going to cut that video down and just cut everything out of everything that I said before it and everything that after what you had said. That way you could have that whole piece. and it didn't. I don't know. I'm very bad at that kind of shit. So I don't know if I can't seem to. Number one, I'm a little scared if I cut those pieces out, is it going to wipe out the entire video? Not that I really care. I don't think it's that big a deal. But I was trying to fix it. I will keep working on trying to figure out how to do it when it doesn't make me feel like it's going to blow up. Oh, nice. You made it a lot more concise. Right on. Is that the one that you did with V Radio, or was it V Radio? So anyways, yeah. And let's see. Black Sheep was telling me, oh, you should just do put a bunch of stuff on your Facebook or your Twitter or whatever and just do off of there. But I got to tell you, Rick, part of the that's how come I can just go to Rick's Twitter and read it. Of course, I do like his commentary on all the shit, I must say. I see lots of people, though, from here on Twitter. Lots of people. It's amazing. What else? See, I should have done way better at organizing this, and I didn't, because I was just too busy, frankly, to tell you the truth. And not that I've been doing the house, but just trying to keep everything picked up around it in the whole shit show of things. Howdy, Mick. How are ya? You need to make a second one? I think I do have one under my name, but I couldn't. I don't know. I gave up on it. I gave up trying to find it. I haven't even put Twitter on my phone. It's just on. Right now, I'm just looking at it through my laptop. But I will. As bad as to tell you the truth, I'm sick of the phone. I need to go get a new one, but I don't want to. Sorry, I'm reading. Oh, yeah. Do no harm. That shit went away a long time ago, Wasp. What the hell are you talking about? What else do I know? I'm going to take that shit off there. Hunter Biden's plea hearing may be delayed due to outrageous sweetheart deal, and claims that the Attorney General Garland misled Congress. So that's special. Somebody's over on Discord being busy. I'll share a couple posts if I found on Reddit on the Discord. Oh, that's who's getting busy. That disturbed me about the trans stuff. Maybe Gigi can show them on stream. I'm looking. Okay. Sorry, Mishka got me. The meme she put up, or the gift. That was fun. Can I put up all of them, or I'll just share the thing? Duh. Okay, yeah, we can go over that in just a minute here. Definitely worth talking about, I believe. There was something else too. What was it in? Was it something Bobby posted? Yeah, no. What was it? Oh no, I know what it was. It was what Bluntman had said. In fact, I wish Blunt was here to go over that. And it was about the fact that it was in Rick's live. That Gen Z, or whatever they call themselves, are having the least sex of any generation in a long time. So he said he knew, he couldn't remember where he seen the study, but there was a study. He could find it if he needed to. And it was basically that the percentage of men who are still virgins by 18 is the highest it's been in decades. And I have to agree totally. I like, I mean, everybody knows the dirty mind I have. And like, I have watched my kids kind of, as time has gone on, like, they're like, yeah, don't talk about that. Don't do that. And so sometimes I don't understand how they can be that way when I'm the one that raised them. But, and the youngest one, Matt, he's definitely he's not like what Bluntman was saying, but it's kind of, I think that was kind of when things were really starting to pick up, in the sense of them brainwashing kids or whatever it is that's been going on, that he, it's not like the big priority that it should have been when he was a teenager. I mean, that I don't remember a teenage boy ever that wasn't, that was like it was a pointer. I mean, they didn't know what else to do with it. So, but he wasn't, and I know that, some people's personality are just not like that, but still you'd think around their friends or whatever that they would be, and they weren't. They were more, that was when online gaming was starting to pick up. And so, definitely you've got to wonder if, another way to keep the population down. Hi, Kimmy, baby. How are ya? I haven't missed anybody, have I? I don't think so. Just 17. So yeah. I thought that was interesting. Bluntman's always got good shit to talk about, but he's always working, I think, in the summertime. during this time. I think maybe, I don't know. Was says, as a Gen Xer, I say bullshit. Well, what else did he say in that whole thing? I should read the whole thing and not just part of it. But you know what, Blunt? If you don't like me only reading part of it, you should be here to do so. Ha 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 ha. Okay. Then it says, I'd have to look for the studies, but it has something to do with them always being online. So they have no idea how to actually interact with people in real life, and especially how to seduce women. That's why there's a lot of people joining men going their own way groups and incels, which is them staying celibate. Like they choose to stay celibate. Matthew had to tell me what that meant. I lost my spot. I really lost my spot. Okay, so anyways, then he said that's why there's a lot of people that are going their own way, incels. It's actually pretty wild because, yeah, I have thought about the same thing, but I guess it's the opposite. And as a society, it hit that breaking point between being exposed to adult content too young and being what they call terminally online or some shit. I do see exactly what he's saying, though. You didn't want the kids exposed to it too early any more than you want them exposed to it too late. Oh, what's that? My 3 kids are all partnered up, but all not having children. I only have grandpuppies. Oh. I totally understand, and I don't judge them at all because I don't blame them a bit. But I'm sad for you. There's nothing wrong with keeping the population down, but we wouldn't need to if they quit letting all the fucking illegals in. Is that what that was called? My son doesn't want to call me mommy because I'm a dude, right? Oh my God. See, yeah, I think you should come on and talk about it, Arby. Because I do have my own opinion, and is that the mental health? I think I'm going to. Yeah, yeah. You're right, it isn't. Well, I also think, yeah. Let's talk about that. Mental health also versus being groomed. Like, how much of this is really mental health versus, or induced mental health versus, like the natural, like what would have naturally happened? Because it sure seems to me that there's a lot of people that don't know what the fuck they are. And it didn't used to be that way. So it can't be because we don't have enough therapists or, there's got to be something else being done. And so to me, that means being groomed. So yes, I think you should come on anytime, Arby. Okay, let me get on my PC. Give me a couple minutes. Okay. Sorry, I was reading your stuff. Hi, Tony. Nice of you to show up. What was you over licking Essie's nutsack? Just curious. And Fly wasn't here to give you shit, so I have to be. You should come on and tell me what an asshole I am, Tony. You lost track of time. What were you doing, Tony? I mean, there's a few things that will make me lose track of time. You should tell us what that was. What was making you lose track of time? I think I put too much creamer in my coffee. Glad you pulled the Rhodes and Hart. What else have I been gonna say? Tuesday taco for Tony. Tuesday tacos for Tony. What is that? What you're doing, Tony? Was you eating taco? How'd you like the hose I sent you? I got to BJ class until 8 on Tuesdays, so I am just finishing walking the dog after getting home. I got to BJ's class. You got a blowjobs class? Huh? What's that? And why's it got 2 J's? It's a blowjob job? And that's what you mean by walking the dog, right? A Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I had a Lhasa Apso. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Oh, I see. I get it. Marvin used to call our Lhasa Apso a lopsided asshole. He had so much hair. Oh my gosh. He was just a fluff bucket. Marvel also used to say if you put a broomstick in his butt, he'd make the perfect desk mop. I like my flaming legs. I think they're pretty cool. Blowjob the best. Oh, ew. Fucking ew, Arby. Ew. Ew. Fucking ew. You're making my skin crawl. I don't know if everybody else saw Rick's video, the 3-part video he did regarding the woman that was drunk. in the white dress with the chichis, and her boyfriend or whatever, and oh my god, those poor people. If that's not a perfect example of don't talk to cops, I don't know what is. I mean, straight up, that's exactly how something so innocent, they end up throwing your ass in the clink, both of you. I mean, fuck that. Don't talk to cops. Don't do it. It's so not worth it. What is that, Mick? Atrazine? What is that? I feel like there's something going on. Here's Arby.
Hello.
How, sir?
Hey, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
Can you hear me?
Yep.
There we go. How are you? Sorry, just muting the stream.
Good.
Nice.
Doing wonderful. How about yourself?
Sorry, my output's set wrong. Give me 1 second. And I should
Okay.
be able to hear you. There, now I can hear you.
Okay.
All right.
So how's your week going?
Oh, not bad. I just got back from jiu-jitsu. And took the dog for a walk. And, chilling.
Nice. And so what is atrazine?
What's atrazine?
Yeah.
It's not a medication. It's let me Google. It's a herbicide.
Oh.
It's a weed killer. They use it like all across the Midwest to kill the weeds in corn.
So Mick is saying that the main problem with gender issues could be caused by that.
I wouldn't be shocked. I mean, I attribute part of it to the increasing weight. We know that fat converts testosterone to estrogen, and I wonder if the lowering testosterone levels in men in the United States on average over the past 50 years, which correlates very well with the increasing obesity levels, has something to do with that as well. And we eat a lot more soy, which is known to increase estrogen levels.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we're just a bunch of sissy men.
When
That's why I go to jiu-jitsu, so I can roll around with the dudes,
When my first son was born, he was allergic to milk. So they put him on soy milk. And that's what he had until he was a year old.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of the formulas are soy-based.
Yeah. So you got to wonder if it did, if something does have, I mean, he does have a baby, so thank God. But
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. There's a ton of stuff that we do that we don't find out until 50 years later, that we caused the whole problem. Yep. Sometimes we find out sooner. I mean, that was if you've heard of the medication thalidomide, which was an anti-nausea medication given to pregnant women that caused birth defects. And they only found out once they were giving it to enough people and started to see the birth defects. And they're like, oh shit, we done the fuck up.
Yeah. Yeah. Oops. Howdy, Lady Nug, and howdy, Meldoba. How are yous, ladies? All right. So let's get down to the nitty gritty here. Let me go to the first ones.
But yeah, I can talk about anything. I'm one of those, perpetually online incel people who knows about everything, a little bit about everything.
I didn't even know what that word was. I was like, okay, Matt, what's this word? He's like, Mom, here, let me help you.
Yeah, that's why I say, like, I've followed that community a little bit over the past few years, just out of curiosity, the like MGTOW community. But I mean, I think there's some truth to some of the arguments that some of those people are making about kind of how we deal with the interactions between genders and sex and things like that in our society. But yeah, that first one that I posted is the one that I thought like was the most, valuable or whatever.
I was going to try to make it bigger. That's what she said. There. Yeah. Now everybody can see it. Okay. Oh, shit. What did I miss? My husband was bitching. You know what? Tell him if he's going to bitch, he needs to get on here. Otherwise, he needs to shut the fuck up until the live's over. That's the rules. Damn it. Okay. So this was the first one you'd posted?
Yeah. These are screen caps off of a subreddit, male to female. So for male to female transgender persons. And I check it every once in a while and split through it. There's always some interesting stuff going on in there, but it's a lot of transgendered people coming in and complaining. So you see all these interesting posts about stuff. So like this post, for example, is I mean, obviously you can't say these people are, it seems like they're real, but you never know. So take it with a grain of salt. But I think it fits very well with the research I've done. So this person says, I'm done with therapists. It's the second time I'm going to a therapist to help with my dysphoria and help me proceed with my transition. And the second one told me, I quote, I don't believe you're a transgendered woman. I believe you're you're trying to subconsciously overcome the death of your mother and the abandonment of your sister. The first one tried to convince me that I lack of self-esteem and that I'm trying to fill the void by wanting to become a woman. I can't find gender therapists in my country. Someone dedicated like Dr. Natalia Zhireva. She's a LA-based, I think LA, but definitely California-based transgendered psychiatrist, or surgeon. I can't remember which. I looked her up, but she is very deep into this affirmative care model. So anyways, to continue. And local transgender support association is unable to help me because of lacking gender therapists in country. I'm so done. People can go their whole lives trying to seek quality therapists for all kinds of things. This person clearly saw two people that were quality therapists doing what a therapist should do, and analyzing the person's, wants and needs and history, and coming to a diagnostic, assessment and plan as to how to deal with the situation. What this person wants is what we talked about, what WPATH offers: immediate and unquestioned affirmation of all of the internal wants and needs of a person without any, assessment whatsoever. I've seen a bunch of posts like this over the years. This is just one that I happened to download, but clearly this type of stuff is going on and is being driven by patients that, want it without really understanding what they're getting themselves into, I believe, personally.
Well, and don't you think it's one of those things where it's, well, you're not telling me what I want to hear, so you're fired.
That's exactly it. And they're going on to these support groups, like on this Reddit, where the responses to these posts are, well, you need to find a therapist. Here's some information about like online therapists. People shouldn't be telling you this. And I showed this to somebody that is a psychologist that I know, and they were, like I said, very, disturbed by it, and like, this is the wrong thing that should be done. These two therapists this person saw were clearly doing their jobs properly. So I don't know, just anecdotally, like I say, it points out kind of what people are looking for and how sort of detrimental things can be.
Well, it definitely makes you, it makes me think of an alcoholic that says, yeah, I went to, my counselor, my therapist, and, they told me I was an alcoholic. So I fired him and I got a new one because he didn't like what he said. So I actually my mom had a boss she was a bartender. My mom was a bartender, and her boss, she was a really good businesswoman, but she liked to drink, and she drank every day, and she'd go to the doctor, and the doctor would tell her that she needed to quit drinking. So, every few years when she'd go to the doctor, she'd just get a new doctor because she'd fire the old one because they wouldn't tell her what she wanted to hear.
Yeah, no, I agree with what Anne was saying in the chat. I agree. The stress of losing your mom and sister, turning your back, losing family, people that have been your support system, probably your whole life. It's extremely stressful. It's not a time to be making life-altering decisions like that.
Yeah.
Especially when, like I say, where people turn is the internet and social media, which, people want to pretend there isn't a component of this that has something to do with that. And quite clearly there is, when that's where these people run to.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So if you click on the actual image, it should make it a little larger in better quality. It kind of zooms it in, so you don't have to zoom in yourself.
Oh, duh. Like that.
So this is a two-parter. This is a trans person, and this is one of the things I wanted to mention with including this one is just how much envy and lack of self-worth exists amongst a lot of these people. So this person says, it's like she's mocking me with her existence. There's this cis woman in 2 of my classes who every time I look at, I feel jealous of. I try to avoid her and I never look at her, but that's kind of impossible. She's beautiful and almost everything I want to be, minus being sapphic. Every time I see her, I go, why can't I just be her, but sapphic instead of straight? She's so beautiful, and I bet she doesn't have these thoughts of extreme jealousy. I would give so much to be her with a different sexuality, so I actually like being sapphic. Now, this is something I really don't understand. As a side note, you have a lot of male to female transgender people that are still attracted to females. And not that gender identity and sex have to go hand in hand, but something about it just doesn't make a lot of sense to me, and I don't have a good way of discussing it personally.
But doesn't it go hand in hand? Because I mean,
well, I'm saying from their argument standpoint, I don't think that's the case personally, but from their argument, sex and gender don't have anything to do with each other.
Oh, okay.
Like sexuality and gender identity.
That's just nuts. Fuck. I don't understand how they can believe the things that they actually that come out of their mouth. I don't understand when they hear themselves. If somebody else said what they're saying, how do they? I just don't get that. And the only thing I can say is it has to be from that whole grooming process over years of being groomed, of being told you are whatever you want to be.
Yeah, I mean, however you want to refer to it, but I think that people need to be told no more. And this idea that society needs to conform to individuals as opposed to individuals learning how to conform to society is a problem. To comment off of what Bobby just said, happiness is a choice and none of these kids are being taught it. I agree. Positive mental health is something that needs to be taught to people. And victimhood is like you said, victimhood is a lifestyle taught to people from a young age. And we encourage it and we reward it. I mean, look at what happened with the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court said you can't use race as an admission criteria anymore if you're taking government funds. They got rid of affirmative action. And all these Ivy Leagues came out and went, oh, well, we're just going to say, race is instead of saying race, we'll say hardship based on race. So just say your life's been so hard because you're black, and that accomplishes the same thing. All we do in our society at this point is encourage victimization.
Yep.
I mean, all we need to do is go find the, quadriplegic, transgender, person of color, neurodivergent person, and we should make them our king, queen, leader, whatever you want to call it, because they're clearly the best of us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But yeah, so this person goes on, I've had this jealousy ever since she moved to our school 2 years ago. She even has a shortened version of my name. I swear it's as if she was designed in a laboratory to mock my futile existence.
Oh, fuck. Mm.
Yeah, that didn't make
Was
it much
it the
bigger.
wrong way?
I think I posted the same one twice and then cut it off, but
This is
this is a different one. But again, it's the
this
same
one.
idea. People can look at it in the Discord,
Yeah.
but it's another person venting about like,
Yep.
not feeling comfortable and jealous of people that are, able to express their gender the way they are. They're just jealous of the social aspects of gender that we're seeing. That was the other thing that like we had talked about. Here's another one. My boyfriend stares at cis women. I've been with my boyfriend almost 2 years now. We live together, have a cat, and a loving relationship. There's a huge problem I'm having, though. He's cis and hetero, I assume she means, and says he's only attracted to trans women. But anytime we're at the gym, at the pool, anywhere else in public, he's always staring at cis women. Why is he lying to me about being attracted to cis women? It's because he's a man.
No shit.
It's because he didn't cut off his dick and balls like you.
That's right. He's like a dummy.
There have been many pretty trans women around at times, and he's never given them a glance. He'll risk it all just to sneak a peek at an average cis girl. He always denies it when I confront him and basically tries to convince me that I'm seeing things. I don't date men that date cis women. It's just a relationship policy of mine. I'd rather be single than feel like I'm being held to cis female expectations. I'm heartbroken because part of me thinks this isn't going to work out because we've had this problem for a long time. Since the start, really. He used to follow hella cis girls on Instagram too. Like, it just doesn't add up. And this is honestly destroying me. What do I do? Please help.
Fuck. I just can't. I mean, this is what I mean about common sense.
Look at the name of the poster. Soy milkers.
That should say it all. So I didn't get to say hi to Bobby. I'm glad you came. I thought you were all pissy with us. You haven't come on in forever. Not sure why, but I understand it's Ma's birthday. Tell her we said happy birthday. And Amanda just showed up, and it's her dad's birthday. So tell your dad we said happy birthday. Your shrink says you're nuts. Well, hey.
As long as you own it,
Oh, because you're a sensitive. I see. So all my interactions with the dead are hallucinations. What's a cis girl? Wesley wants to know.
An actual woman.
Me. Me. I'm a cis. And that's with a C. CIS, which means what? What is that? What's CIS stand for?
Cis and trans, I don't know if it originates from chemistry, but that's where I first came across it. When we're talking about bonds, organic bond, or a specific structure, you can have cis and trans structures where basically the two molecules on the same side or the opposite side. So when something's cis, it refers to them being on the same side, and trans, it refers to them being on the opposite side. So that's where I've come across it. I don't know where it originates from per se. But, I mean, I don't know. There was people on Twitter who were saying, or Elon Musk, was it? Somebody was saying that, like, cis should be considered a smear. He said cis is considered like a hate speech on Twitter now. If you call people cis women is like in like an offensive way or something.
Oh my gosh. Well, my granddaughter, she looks white. She actually has Indian in her, but she's 12 and she goes to a middle school, and they told her, the girls or the kids in school told her that she was, oh God, what was the, something, I want to say they said she was, the untouched, no, unseasoned. That's what it was.
What?
She's unseasoned. I said, what the hell does that mean? And she said, it means that I'm white. I said, oh, well, did you tell him you're actually Indian?
She just needs to tell him that she's non-binary or queer, and then she gets all the victim points. It's all good.
Right. And that's one of the big things I'm constantly, making sure she doesn't have that victim mentality, because it's easy for these kids to adapt to that, really easy. So we constantly, around our house, you better be a roughin' or you're going to cry a lot.
Well, I can give you an example in my own life where, having a non-victim mentality helped me compared to somebody that did. So when I was in PA school, I struggled academically, not because I couldn't learn the stuff, but because I'm dyslexic and I sucked at test taking. So I had to teach myself how to take tests.
Mm-hmm.
So it took me like the first year of PA school to figure out how to take tests. And I got but I looked at it as, hey, this is on me. If I want to succeed at this, I need to put in the effort and I need to figure it out. And I found a way that worked for me, but it took twice as long for me to study for tests as it did for other people. I had another classmate that was struggling around the same time I was, and she played victim. They have it out for me. The administration's failing me. They're not giving me the tools to succeed, just that kind of stuff. And lo and behold, I graduated on time, passed my boards without any problems, have had a successful career so far. Yeah. They made her stay in the school for another year, with her being one-on-one tutored by the director of the first year of the program, the non-clinical portion, to make sure that she was able to pass the boards when she graduated. Because I went to a highly ranked school and they care deeply about their board passing rates. So they don't want anybody to graduate and not pass the boards.
Well, when my kids were in high school, to begin with, they always tried to say, oh, your kid's ADHD and you should get him on meds and da-da-da. And I said, fuck you. And you need to take Prozac and everything will be fine. Slap his ass, make him sit down in the chair. Let's start there. So I was never a big one for that, and I never would fall for it at all. But when they made the kids go into the IEP program, that's what it was. And so they told me they would go into another class and they would be helped in this class 1 hour, out of the day. They'd be able to go into this class and it would help them. And if they needed extra time on a test or this, that, and the other thing, it would help them. Well, when my daughter got to her graduating day, she missed it by a quarter of her credit. And guess how much the class was that they put her in? All of her other classes were half credits. Every class she ever took was a half credit. That class was a quarter credit. And so it put her behind that year a quarter of a credit. And they didn't tell us until a week before she was graduating. You want to talk about piss? Because here we kept looking to make sure, okay, she's got all of her credits. She's good. Yep. All, making sure that everything was in a row. We'd paid for senior night. We'd actually paid for another kid to go to senior night. We paid for all of her pictures, all of her, and now everything. It was all paid for. We'd already got it. We'd sent it all out. And then they told us this. Well, a week before graduation. Oh my God, I'm telling you what, I thought I was going to, I just couldn't believe it. And they literally no, sorry. Don't know what to tell you. Your kid should have told you. My kid didn't know it was only a quarter of her credit. Neither did I. So just not that we were victims, because we weren't, but we just dealt with it from that point. But it was bullshit and it should have never happened. But it was due to their inadequate, that they could, they couldn't handle it. It was a simple thing to let us know, hey, she's a quarter credit behind. Have her take this and, she can be caught up. So we were really pissed that, here I never would let my kids skip school. I made them always go to school. They never were allowed to, none of that shit. If you were sick home, you didn't get nothing. You didn't get a phone. You didn't get a TV. You didn't get shit. Get in your bedroom and go to sleep until you feel better. Otherwise, get your ass to school. So we were pretty pissed over that deal. But in saying that, there were so many kids that were victims that went, oh no, we didn't get that credit. And they actually whined and actually ended up getting those credits and got to walk. We didn't know it until afterwards, till we seen them there walking. But at the time, it was like, are you fucking? It was the same thing, the same exact thing, and the same time frame. So it was a bit, but it was also because we weren't the right color, But we didn't play victim. We just dealt with it. She was pissed, but we dealt with it.
Yeah, I mean, you do what you got to do.
Yep.
It's unfortunate that things like that occur.
Well, and we
too many of
always
these schools are just money makers now. They like don't give a shit about the students.
they don't care at all. And we always train. We always had our kids. It was always a thing of you. There is no excuse. You get your shit done. Don't be blaming it on anybody else. And you didn't get to blame anybody. None of your friends. No, it's nobody else's fault. You get it done, and it didn't matter what it was. So we never had kids that could say, I can't do that. I can't. But, inevitably, still, it's real easy for them to fall through the cracks if you're not paying attention, because the fucking schools aren't.
Nope. Especially college level. They're just there to make money.
Yeah. Well, it's like I said, I just as soon, I wish that they were either homeschooled. I would rather they be homeschooled. I think they would get a much better education. The year that all the kids had to stay home and my daughter had to homeschool her daughter, I'm telling you what, that kid learned so much in that year. Now, let me tell you what, it was a lot on my daughter.
Yep.
Because she had to do it all herself and work. But the things that, my granddaughter told me numerous times that she had learned so much in that time, that compared to being in school, she'd learned so much by just being home and getting to research stuff with her mom, that she would gladly do it again. However, then she said, but wait, not if I can't be around friends every day, because that was the killer for her, is not being able to have her friends there.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. So I homeschooled for a few years growing up, and it's really hard socially.
Yeah,
it's really good academically if you're either a smart kid or got a really good involved parent.
Mm-hmm.
But if you don't have those two things, it can be really tough homeschooling. And then, like I say, socially, it's really isolating if you don't already have a group of friends, or you're not part of some other community, or religious community, or something like that.
Well, or if I always thought, like, if they traveled, that would be really cool to be able to take your kids and actually show them the things that in history that, a lot of kids only get to read, and some kids don't even get to do that because they yank that shit right out of school. So it'd be nice to be able to take them and actually show them things that, went on here in America or abroad or whatever. But to be able to travel with them and actually give them hands-on experience, I think that's just, way better than out of a book.
Mm-hmm.
So we got new people that are here, I see. Looks like SC showed up. Howdy. And Bobby never did say hi to me. Don't know what his deal is. Bobby, why you not talking? And Meldoba, that was what I wanted to stop on. She said,
yes, I responded to in chat, but that's why I posted that picture. If you want to pull up that last picture I posted real quick.
Let me see. Which one?
Right the book right there, Transsexualism and Sex Reassignment.
Okay. Yep.
So yeah, John Money. To answer your question, we're talking about I can't remember his first name. Is it Alfred Kinsey? And John Money. So John Money did this study, he's really the one that originated. He took these two kids, one who had a botched, these two twin boys. One had a botched circumcision where they injured the penis, and Money convinced the parents to, as an infant, trans the kid with the damaged penis.
Oh my God, no.
And in addition to that, he had this philosophy that like having these kids mime out sex acts on each other as they grew older would help to confirm the gender change that he was trying to initiate. Anyways, in the end, they both grew up. They both had serious mental health issues, and I think both ended up killing themselves, but I know at least one for sure did. I'd have to double check. I just can't remember off the top of my head. But this is my little light reading that I picked up that I've been working on. There aren't too many copies of it out in the world. I had to buy it off eBay for like a little pricey. But this is a book called Transsexualism and Sex Reassignment, published in 1969 or 68 by John Money and Richard Green. Richard Green was one of the guys that started the W Path. So we can definitely connect the W Path straight back to John Green and Kinsey. John Money spoke at the first W Path conference before they were calling themselves W Path. This book is dedicated to Harry Benjamin, who was who the original name of the W Path was named after. It all comes from these guys' research, and it all comes from that abuse that went on to those kids in a lot of ways. Now, I'm reading through his book. There's a lot of data in his book that he collects and whatnot, but it all ties back to those guys. And I haven't looked into it, but I did have someone suggest to me, although they were concerned about looking into it seriously, that there may be some connections from Kinsey to MK Ultra. And so they were basically suggesting to me, they were like, I don't know if you want to look into this because that could be, dangerous for you, MK Ultra and all that. I was like, okay, whatever. Nobody gives a shit about me. But I'm just a pleb like the rest of us. No fucking government or whatever, and deep state cares about me. But so there's some suggestion that this might also tie into MK Ultra as well. But these are all things that I'm looking into, and like I said, my long-term goal with the trans stuff I've been looking to is I want to create some sort of video series or something that's more digestible that goes through what we talked about. And then as well go through more of the history of how we got here and some of the different theories behind what's going on. There's another book by a guy named J. Michael Bailey that I'd like to pick up, who I have a PDF version. The real version is not in print anymore. It's like $200 if you want to buy it. So I ain't doing that.
Jesus.
But this book cost me like $45. But I'm not buying a $200 book just to read for that. But especially when I have a PDF version of it. And he shared the PDF version of it because they won't print it anymore because the trans lobbies hate his ass. But he was like one of the prominent sexologists, and he basically put out this theory that a lot of these trans people have something called autogynephilia, where instead of them necessarily feeling like they're the opposite gender, they have some sexual fetish where they get off basically by perceiving themselves, and specifically this was about men who, identified as female, but it wasn't about necessarily identifying as female, but it was about like this deep-seated sexual need to be a woman in sex. Like that's what they got off on. And so the people who were kind of the activist-y side of the W Path did not like him for that. And they have basically come after him the rest of his career since. So he wrote a book about this autogynephilia called The Man Who Would Be Queen. And that's one of my books I'm going to read next. And then he recently had an article that he had published that was retracted by the publisher because they say he did bad science or something like that. But it was some bullshit. It was because they were afraid of the trans lobby complaining and harassing them. What else am I going to read? Whatever. I have a few other books too I want to read. There's a newer ones on what's called rapid onset gender dysphoria, which basically is talking about how this new class of trans kids, like we had talked about, are high rates of autism and very highly associated in both social groups and geographic areas. So that talks about, kind of social media being impacting these things and whatnot. So I'm still kind of researching all the stuff, and I'd like to make it into some sort of digestible, series that people can share around or make use of in some sort of positive way.
Well, I see Tony is stern as shit as usual.
Tony, welcome to Costco. I love you.
Strategic Gutter was talking shit about you. I wasn't talking shit about him. I said Tony must be over licking Essie's sack. I never talked shit about him. I was talking shit about you, Tony boy. Hi, Jimmy.
Hey, Tony can come with me to jujitsu anytime he wants. Like I said, lots of opportunities to get in between other dudes' legs.
And Tony, he's all about that. I think he missed his fly. Everything's good here, Jimmy. Hope you're doing well. And Tony, you bugger. I wished he'd just come on. Just come blow your cover, boy. Blow your cover. Do it. I'll bet Bobby would come on if you came on, Tony.
Tony's gonna come on. His voice is gonna sound like this. We haven't dropped yet. Maybe if I insult
Don't
him,
tell
I'll-
everybody what his voice sounds like. It's got to be a surprise. Just
I'm
because
just
we've all heard it.
I'm just trying to insult him enough that he'll come on. You know, man's got to defend his honor if he's a real man. Tony, I'm full of fighting words today. Let's go.
If he's
buddy.
got like one ball sack, he would, stand up and do it. I thought Bobby might come on, Beans. He was in there chit-chatting. We haven't heard all of his knowledge that he's had cooped up for 3 weeks or more. Ever since Yank left.
Yeah, I mean, I've said my piece on trans stuff. I'm happy to give the floor to somebody else. Could stick around if Bobby wants to go on. We can talk about the incels and the MGTOWs.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, Matthew was like, Mom. I had no idea. I didn't know. I mean, and usually you guys are really good about like, if you think I don't know, you're really good about like going, i.e., this is what it is. But
so there's definitely some parts of the MGTOW movement that I think have some good points. Like, historic MGTOW point was mostly that they had a big problem with men having a big problem with the family court system and how it treats men as compared to women. That's where a lot of the MGTOW kind of stuff started in a lot of ways. Then you have these two branches of it that have come down now. One that's like this Andrew Tate, Pearly things, all these like streamers or whatever that are basically running around being like, bitch, get in the kitchen and make me a sandwich. I'm a strong man. And you fuck you. You're just a woman, which I find highly toxic and I do not think is positive in any way. And then there's a portion of the MGTOW movement that I've seen that's basically like, look, if you want me to take care of you as a man, and be the breadwinner and put out for women, then women have to hold themselves to a standard too. And I don't want some, washed up woman who spent her teens and 20s sleeping with every dude left and right and then hit 30 and decided she wanted a baby. Fuck that. I'm better than that. Look,
well, you do want one that has a little bit of experience, though, or then
well, look, my point is this. I don't care if somebody, look, I'm in my early 30s. I recognize that if I meet somebody, I can go meet somebody that has little to no experience in life if they're near my age. But I don't want to be with somebody who's got an OnlyFans and got,
right.
was a stripper
no
has
stick
a
in a garbage
body
can
count or whatever.
No stick in a garbage can thing.
Yeah, exactly. I don't care if you've had partners. I've had partners before, but like, I don't really want to take on and be the daddy to your kids from 4 other dudes who you ran around having sex with in your 20s and couldn't keep it together.
Just don't be too picky, though, because I knew lots of really good dudes, and they were really good dudes, but they were so picky that they just never picked. They never picked the one. They just never did it, and so then they got older and they were really lonesome. So don't do that.
Oh no, I don't suggest that. Look, my problem personally is just that being a little bit of a perpetually online person, I don't necessarily put myself out there as much as I could. I'm also, I'm very, well-spoken and can be sociable in smaller settings. Large groups and new people definitely are not my thing. And the things that I do for hobbies are not very female oriented. I, do jujitsu. There aren't too many women at jujitsu. I go to the shooting range and I take gun classes and stuff like that. Not very female heavy, at least in the area I'm in.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. You need to move to the Pacific Northwest. They're loaded here. Jesus.
I need to move out of the DC, Maryland, Virginia area.
I agree.
Too blue for me.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
And, in my work, I meet a lot of people, but because of my career, I can't, have anything to do with those people that's anything more than just a professional relationship.
Right.
Online dating sucks if you're not a 6'2", super dude or whatever.
Oh, I couldn't even imagine dating again. I couldn't even fathom it, especially this day and age. It's just nothing like it used to be. There's no way in hell. And you know what? No. I told Marvin, when you kick the bucket, there is not going to be a replacement. So the replacement's in the drawer. We're good.
But yeah, I'm not happy with my job so I've been thinking about giving it another 6 months to a year. And then if I'm not happy, maybe looking for a new place to start fresh. Somewhere either very libertarian or very conservative. So New Hampshire, Maine, New Hampshire, kind of that Northeast, maybe, Florida, Texas, that kind of thing. I don't know. We'll see. But that's my current thought.
Well,
a lot of the people I meet. Oh, so I don't know if I mentioned this to you guys before, but I went on a date a few weeks ago with somebody that a family friend had set me up with. And I go and I'm chatting with this girl, getting coffee. Firstly, she shows up late. She, I don't disparage her, but she shows up late. Her arms are covered in scars from having cutting in the past, which throws a red flag, but who knows? Maybe the person's dealt with their issues. We talk for 10 minutes. I mentioned that I went to the shooting range the other day with my brother. She cuts me off after about 5 minutes more of talking and goes, "What's your politics?" And I'm like, what the hell? Do you want me to do a political compass test for you? What's your problem? And she gets a little uppity, and I'm like, okay, well, look, I'm a pretty center, right person, and socially I'm right a little bit, but, I'm pretty libertarian in a lot of ways. I don't really care what adults do, but I had just been doing the trans stuff, so I was like, look, there's some lines that I care we don't cross. Society exists to protect kids. I think that that's an important part. She's listens to me for 5 minutes, cuts me off, and goes, "Well, I can't date somebody that owns guns," and gets up and walks out. She's like, "Goodbye." I'm sitting there thinking to myself, good riddance. Also, I maybe should. And then I'm also sitting there maybe I should not mention to her that I'm carrying my concealed carry weapon currently.
No,
I didn't tell her that, but I was like, I wonder what she would have done if she had noticed.
Oh my God, I'm sure it'd been a total fucking meltdown. Totally, right there.
But yeah, that's my experience dating in this area. A lot of real lefties that are just either they're I don't remember who it was, but said their kids are partnered or have married but don't want to have kids and just want to have dogs or whatever. Meet a lot of people like that think the idea of having family and kids is ridiculous. Meet a lot of people that have, like I say, weird stuff that I can't get on board with about some of these more big issues, guns and trans stuff and self-protection and self-determination and things like that. So
does Flacker think he's leaving? Are you just leaving, Fly? You come in here and you stay for 2 seconds, and then are you guys not hanging because Yank ain't here no more? That's kind of weird. Both Bobby and Fly. Tony, you should come on just to show them, fuckers. But anyways, I just happened to see them in the chat. Mr. Fly. Tony, get on the live, you pussy. He won't.
Did anybody else see the movie The Sound of Freedom over the weekend at all?
I didn't get to, but it sure sounds like a good one. Oh, the anti-gun bitch. Oh, I see what Fly was saying.
Yeah.
He was saying, bye, Felicia. Fucking bitch. Out.
Yeah, no loss. I'm good. I'd rather her be like, oh, you have a gun? You have guns? You on the range? Oh, let's go right now.
Exactly.
Let's do it.
Yeah,
like,
can I touch your gun? Yeah. Yeah. Even if she's stupid and doesn't know, that's better than being anti.
I mean, look, I don't think my position on it is unreasonable. I think that, it's the same reason that when I decided I wanted to get healthier and lose weight, that I was going to do some exercise that involved self-defense. That's part of how I ended up on the jiu-jitsu, because I feel like it's really important that I can protect myself, those around me. Can't rely on other people.
You're right.
And you can't rely on police, because if something's happening, police are going to come after the fact. They're not going to come while it's going on usually.
When my daughter when she got into the whole firearms, and she had a boyfriend who was basically, he's in the National Guards, and then he also on the side he teaches firearm safety and also does the concealed weapon permit thing. So she did get, she was all in tune with firearms and all that. She knows more than most men know, but like she said, sometimes that firearm can't get to, and you need to know how to defend yourself. So she went and took self-defense classes too. So that's kind of, that made me feel much better. Like, I wouldn't fuck with her. No fucking way, man. She will whoop somebody's ass. Yeah. Even before she ever had any self-defense classes, she's a mean bitch. I mean, her thick ass, tough ass brothers will tell you don't fuck with her because she'll whoop your ass. But now she's got self-defense classes behind her, and I'm telling you what, don't catch her off guard, because she'll elbow your ass and she'll take you down in the whole process. So before you even know what hit you. So I mean, she's definitely, but I'm glad she does, because around here there's lots of crazy shit that goes on.
Yeah, I mean, look, if I have sisters, but if I had, a wife, kids, if you're a woman and a man's trying to fuck with you, the only equalizer is going to be something that can overcome them, and your fists and whatnot. Even if you're, somebody that knows self-defense technique, ain't always going to be there to do it. I saw a police officer who, this person had their shoulder basically ripped out of the socket because she was a normal sized woman that was like 5'5" and like 135 pounds. And the dude that she was trying to arrest was like 6'2" and like 250 or something. He somehow got on her back and literally just put her in a full Nelson and ripped her shoulder out of its socket. Yeah.
I mean, you got it. And that's why I was kind of glad that my daughter, because my daughter's always known about, like, I mean, she knew the basics of firearms and all that, and she'd been hunting and but it's still, I mean, now she knows, like I said, she knows more about most firearms than a lot of men. So I'm glad that she got that, but I was really glad that she went for the self-defense classes, and she did them twice, because each time you can kind of up your level, and it made her way more universal, that I don't worry so much about if she goes to town after dark to the grocery store, but I wouldn't go. Hell no. I mean, I would if I would, I will if I have to, but it's not something like she'll do it just, because it got cooler and she waited till it was dark, where I'm like, fuck that. It's dark. I ain't going nowhere. But
yeah, I get into it with people at work all the time. Because I see patients that are like 5 foot tall, 5'2", 120 pounds soaking wet, and they're applying for the police department. And I'm just sitting there like, you're the person that's going to end up shooting somebody because of some stupid incident.
Yep.
Where, you and another police officer who's also a tiny little person are going against some dude that's bigger than you. You're going to shoot him because you can't restrain him.
Yeah. Well, it's all what I have always said. If they give me the choice when they say, okay, we're sending cops, who do you want? No fucking women. I don't want no women. Thank you very much. I don't want, if I ever called them, which trust me, I'm not sure what reason I'd call them for. So, but if I did and I had the, they would give me the option, I would literally say, no, I don't want you to send me women. What the fuck are they going to do for me?
Yeah, at jiu-jitsu tonight, I was rolling with a woman and she was getting upset at me because I wasn't trying. And I was like, okay, you want me to put it on? I'll put it on. And I didn't even go offensive. I just went defensive, locked my legs around her, locked my arms around her, and then rolled up so I was on top of her and she couldn't do anything.
Mm-hmm.
Look, again, I had weight on her. I have strength on her, but still, it's, it's irrelevant. A part of me having those things is inherently because I'm male, not just because I'm bigger and stronger.
Yeah.
Not because I've lifted weights over the years. Not because I am a fat ass and I joked when I came in here, I count as two people. No, I'm doing better. I've gotten down from 350 to 300. I was 300.2 today. I had gotten down to 290, but past month or so, I've been a lazy bum and haven't worked out and been eating healthy. So I put some weight back on, but back on the horse.
Yep. There you go.
So my goal is to get down to at least 250. If I can get down to 225 or closer to 200, I'd be stoked. But I'm trying to, for now, get down to 250. That's the goal. Trying to give myself realistic goals.
There you go. Yep.
And thinking about maybe trying to compete in my first jiu-jitsu tournament sometime in August, since that'll be a year out from when I started practicing and learning. So
nice.
Yeah.
What did I just see right up here? Somebody was saying, "Oh, Waspa, that's why the military didn't want me. I was too small, too thin, and asthma." Yeah, I got a job for the Port of Portland, which was basically they needed women to come and apply, and so I got picked to go, and I got to be there for basically six shifts of going in and working. And then I had to take a test. And I think I've mentioned that these tests were there was a dude that took the test before me, and it was, you had to do 200 rotations in 2 minutes. And it was like on a bicycle pedals, but it wasn't like, a bicycle where once you got it going, you could coast a little bit. No, there was 20 pounds of pressure behind it the whole time. And you were on your knees and it was clear up here at your head. And so, and they didn't lower it for anybody or nothing. You got the same spot no matter what. Well, those dudes that were 2 and 3 and 220 and 250 and 300, they could not all of them, because the guy in front of me, he collapsed when he got done. He did 200 rotations or 201 rotations. I missed it by 3 rotations. Mm-hmm. Let me tell you what, you want to talk about bummed, but what it kind of says is that port job really wasn't set up for women. So there's a reason why a bunch of women don't fucking work there. The pelts, when they would bring in these pelts, and you had to lift them up, and they were huge and heavy ass pelts. And it was furs, basically, leather, whatever you want to call it, all different types. It was heavy shit, and you had to lift them up. And it was not easy. Women had no business doing that. One woman made it through it. There were 6 of us that they chose, and one woman made it through to the to actually be able to come a longshoreman, which she's making bank now, let me tell you. But I just think that there's jobs that women, there's a reason that they can't do those jobs. I think a cop is one of them.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things I've suggested when I've gotten into it with people at work who've gotten like upset with me making that comment about not thinking small women should be police officers, or in some situations any women, or very few women, but only if they can meet the same standards that men meet. But yeah, anyways, what I've suggested is women are supposedly, based on data, much better at jobs that require a lot of attention to detail. Women would make great detectives in that sense. Why not hire these women to be detectives where they're interviewing people, and women are supposedly better at reading people, especially emotionally. Put them into those roles if they want to be in the police force, as opposed to putting them on a street running after people. I mean, look, if you want to get into police reform, I have other ideas, but I think.
Oh, me too. But nobody likes my idea because it's clean the fucking slate. You just chop it all off. Just start over. There is no fixing this shit. I'm telling you, where we're at now, there is no fixing it. Because the whole mentality with everybody, the whole motivation for everybody now to be a cop is to literally be fucking tyrants. You do what they say, and if you don't, here, I'll show you. And that's how I'm telling you, and it's only going to get worse. They're only going to infiltrate into the police forces and get worse and worse.
I've met some decent cops. I mean, I deal with cops every day in my job. Cops, firefighters. I do medical stuff for our local departments. So I've seen my fair share of cops. I've seen my fair share of police. They're good ones. They're bad ones. And there's everything in between.
Well, right. And I've seen good cops as well. But my ideal is, I believe that the way they're pushing them into, the way they don't hold them accountable anymore, it's only going to attract asshole tyrant cops, because
100%.
That's what, I mean, and that's where we're at. I mean, they're not held accountable anymore. So the good cops that we have, those good cops are going to be falling off the wayside little by little until pretty soon we don't have any good cops anymore.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that. What I was going to say is that I think it's totally reasonable if one would say, let's gut the police departments and try and rehire the good people and get rid of the bad people and whatever. But I think as a whole, we need to reassess how we view policing. Police need a lot more training. They need regular training. Police should be spending, I think, at least half, if not, a little bit less of their time practicing techniques, both physical. I mean, I don't know if Strategic Eyes is still around, but if he is, he could talk to this better than I can, I bet. But more time in training, physical restraint, de-escalation, all these other techniques and things. I think they should be paid a heck of a lot better. And I think they need much more rigorous screening as well. But the amount of training people get is just a joke. Like, we give our doctors boatloads of experience. We give other kinds of professions experience. I mean, if you want to go get like a job, that requires a college degree, doing like some administrative work in a hospital or something, you need more experience than the police officer that gets like a 3-month course, if that, in some jurisdictions.
Yeah, and see, and I agree, but I think the only way you could do that is to clean shit up first. Because if you can do all the training you want in the world, if you've got a tyrant, you're not going to train him to be a good cop. He's not going to be. He's going to be a fucking tyrant. That's just in his makeup. He's not going to change being that. That's his job. That's what he's been doing, and that's what he's going to keep doing unless he gets in trouble for it. So for me, the whole thing with the training thing, the only way that's going to work is if they clean house. That's the only way it's going to work, because you can train somebody, but if they have it in their head that they're going to be a fucking tyrant, all the training in the world ain't going to change that.
Exactly. I mean, I agree. I think that there are ways we can improve what's going on or replace it with something better. But I think the way that we're heading is shittier and shittier police, private police forces, and then the people with money are just going to pay people with lots of guns who are willing to shoot you and don't care because they know that they'll get paid off to protect them, and everyone else is going to be fucked.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think that the cops need to go back to their spot. They need to get back in their own lane, and they need to stay there. And the problem is because of how they've changed policies and laws and all kinds of blabble and bullshit, they've made it to where now you have a tyrant. I mean, I'm going to say there are more tyrants than there are good ones now. I think it's only getting worse month by month. I mean, I think it's getting way worse. And I think it's only going to get worse until we put the kibosh on it and say no more. You guys are done doing this shit. And not just with them, but in all government entities, because they've overtaken us, totally overtaken us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know if there's such a great solution. If there's any real great solution, unfortunately, that's implementable in the real world. Things are just going to get worse until shit falls apart.
Yeah. Art's here. Howdy, Art.
But yeah, I agree with Art said, 99% of women should never be cops, and the 1% that do, probably don't want the job. In my experience of the cops that I've seen come through Streamer, there's been literally two women that I've looked at and gone, I would not want to walk down a dark alley and run into you. Mm-hmm. One of them wasn't very tall, but she was a bodybuilder, built as all hell, was a military police, and so she knew she had learned some actual training stuff. She had a history of doing combat sports. I would not want to face her in a dark alley. That would be death by snoo. If you don't know what that means, I'm guessing, but Tony does. He can explain it. It's a joke from Futurama, show by Matt Groening, who made The Simpsons, where the male characters crash land on a planet full of Amazonians, and they basically, are these giant women, and they, they basically have no men left because every time they find men, they have sex with them until they kill them from being too rough. Mm-hmm. So they refer to it as death by snoo. I see. That's what they call it.
So David asks, y'all see the BLM mayor that was arrested? You know what? I
saw the headline, but I didn't read the story, so I don't know what that was actually about. I don't know. Somebody should come on and talk about it and replace me. No. Somebody can come replace me if they want to talk about it a little bit, explain it to us.
Maybe Fly will come on, or David, or somebody.
I know Tony's been trying to come on. He's been telling me in private chats that he just
I know, Tony, you want to come on. Come on, Tony. Tony. Hey, Tony. How's that go? Hey, fuck you, Tony. That one. How's that go?
I'm a dirty. Yeah, I'm lying. I don't know.
I don't know. I can't remember how it goes. I know Bobby would have it down to a T. So will Fly. How the fuck's that go? What's your name, Tony? Yeah, that one.
Trespassing. I thought maybe there was theft or robbery or something too. And this happened while he was mayor or before he was mayor, David? I can just pull up an article.
I'm sure. David, did you put it in the chat? Did you put it in Discord? Is that bad? I go, I need news. Let me go to Discord. I'll check out news there.
All I know is we was kings in Africa, all right? So don't you be questioning that whole narrative is ridiculous to me. I mean, you couldn't have all been kings and queens. I mean, seriously. Not to mention the fact that here, I'll find you the clip. But not to mention the fact that they're just sorry, I'm distracting myself because I'm finding this clip.
Bobby, Get your ass on here.
Yeah, I mean, they all go on and on about the Atlantic slave trade, and the reality is like Woman King or whatever, they weren't fighting to stop slavery. The homie people were selling the slaves. They were conquering their tribes and selling the slaves. People want to get off about the Atlantic slave trade to the U.S., and there were more slaves that got sent to the Arab caliphates, the Muslim caliphates, to be turned into eunuchs than ever came to the United States. The history is just ridiculous. Manipulation of history.
Well, and I think it's all being taken out of, even like the schools. I think that, it's being totally taken out of the schools. So they're not learning what they should be learning.
I just posted the clip, the death by Snoo Snoo,
okay.
in the Discord.
Oh, fuck. Okay. Wait. Do I hear your dog tap dancing?
He's playing with things. He's been trying to get me to come off for a while. That was part of my motivation for trying to convince somebody to come on and say hi instead.
Okay.
He's trying to convince me we should go play or something. It's okay. I'm just throwing the ball.
You won't die like last man visit Amazon. What? They die. Thanks.
After lengthy computations,
I,
computer, have decided the fate of the men. Computer sentences them.
What are you, gay?
Okay. Bobby's just ignoring me. How the hell are you? How was your fourth? Our fourth was good. Want to talk about it? Get your ass on here. They don't want to, but that's okay. Oh, well. What else? I don't know. Have I got a whole lot more? What else do I got to talk about? How long have we been on? Almost 2 hours. Thank God you came on. See, I would have been.
I mean, I'm happy to. I wasn't joking. Like, I'm perpetually online. I read the news at work all day. I kind of know what's going on in the world most of the time. I try and deep dive on things I don't know about, and I'm just curious. So, I mean, like I say, Bobby's talking about MGTOW stuff. I kind of follow that a little bit. Like I was posting in Discord earlier today in the general, I've been following like box office stuff because I'm kind of curious about why Disney's failing and how badly. I always got things that I'm curious about, so you always get me to talk about something.
Right. So Fly Crew said he's fucking with the 3D printer I brought back from Cali. You went to California and you didn't stop by, you fucker. Time to print Glock mags for shits and giggles. Oh, Jesus. Fly, don't say that. And Bobby said he's eating fried chicken. I have too many and not enough time. I may be inclined to chat on Discord, much less so on live today. Why? Do you not have your face on or your fucking hair ain't curled? What? Help me out. You guys, I'm telling you what. You got more excuses than chins in a Chinese phone book, as Rick would say. Conference call time. I'm out, guys. Have a good evening. A conference call? Jesus, do you ever rest? Good night, Art. Thank you for coming by and hanging out with us. The Coke in the White House turned out to be nothing but Parmesan cheese. Sure it did. And it made him talk like Donald Duck, right? Oh, no, that was Ajax that does that. Fly Crew, it's not illegal. They can Well, what the fuck is that word? Bismacoli? What? Huh? What's that?
Kulo? I don't know what that means.
Come tell us.
I don't speak the south of the border language.
Come tell us what that means, Fly.
I speak American. Cheeseburgers and beer and guns.
Bobby, you said you were coming on. Then you said have a great night. You fucker.
They can kiss his ass.
Who can kiss his ass?
That's what that means.
Oh, have a great night.
What Fly Crew said. It's not illegal. They can kiss my ass.
Oh, I see. I don't want to.
Yeah, it's not illegal to print magazines unless you live in California. You print one that's got 6 rounds instead of 5. Or what is it, 10? Can you only have a 10-round magazine? 11 rounds instead of 10.
Good night, Justine.
Yeah, I don't know. That's like I find the whole like pistol grip thing in California hilarious. You can have a pistol grip, you can have that stupid paddle grip, you can have a a full stock. It doesn't matter if it's like, let's say they're all a Mini 14 shooting 5.56. They're the same fucking gun. They'll all put a big hole in me if you shoot me. But one looks scary and one doesn't. At least according to the California legislature. It's ridiculous to me.
Oh my gosh. All this shit is just nuts. I mean, the whole backwards thinking, like just how everything's going. Every day we wake up and I mean, either I'll look at Marvin or Marvin will look at me and go, what the fuck? Because, after we've been up for a little bit, we'll get on and see what's going on in the news or whatever. And inevitably one of us will look at the other one and go, what the fuck? I mean, what the fuck? I don't know. It's so overwhelming anymore that it's almost hard to pay attention to. I see why, like I'm always telling my kids, pay fucking attention to what's going on, damn it. Or I'll say something to them about what is going on. And, one of them will go, I don't really care. And I'm like, what the fuck do you mean you don't care? You better care. You got kids growing up in this world, you dumb shit. So, I usually get on their ass about it or whatever. But I see why sometimes where they're just like, fuck it, man. I'm just going to fucking go tunnel vision and do what I got to do in my life. And whatever fucking happens. And I'll deal with it when it comes along. But I worry about where that puts them when shit, if shit did ever hit the fan. I'd like them to know what's going on. Because sometimes it does feel like it's going to hit the fan. Jesus, there's all kinds of shit going on in France. My God, they're going to burn the whole fucking country down.
That's what happens when you spend years bringing in immigrants and then don't allow them to integrate into your society and put them in ghettos that are separate. You create an entire class of people over generations that have been living in France that I think a lot of them have citizenship that hate the country, can't earn livings, can't, take care of their families. And so small incidents like this set things off because they legitimately feel like they're treated like second-class citizens. But according to Macron, it's the video games. It's the video games. I thought we were past that.
One of the things that, to say they're not like it, with everybody that they brought into our country right now, I don't want them integrating. They fucking let prisoners go out of every fucking country to come into our country. I don't want them integrating. Get the fuck out. That's what I want them to do. I just absolutely have I got no compassion for it anymore. I just don't. You got to go. I don't care who you are, how you got here. I don't care if you're, you had your fucking baby here. I don't care. Get the fuck out if you are not here legally.
Yeah, look, I agree with you on that. I do think we need to expand ways for people who come here legally because there's no doubt. Look, I've looked into this a little bit. You can look into it more, but from a immigration standpoint, we're not having enough babies to maintain the amount of low-class workers and middle-class workers that we have in a lot of sectors. So if Americans are unwilling to do the jobs, then unfortunately you do need outside workers to come in. That doesn't mean they need to be citizens. There could be work programs that exist, but currently we've created a perverse incentive where we allow employers to fake, social security numbers and things and hire illegals or at lower prices so that we can maintain low products. Americans have to be willing to pay for what things are actually worth. That's a big part of this.
I just think that at this point we're over. I think we're over full. I think there's just, I mean, there are fucking people everywhere, and it's not in just the little cities. They're trickling in to the rural areas. It's just overload. We've got enough. We need to stop, and we need to take we need to take inventory. It's time to stop.
I'm not saying I disagree with you on that. My point is just this: stop, shut down the border, stop allowing people to flood in here illegally. Deal with the problems that are coming secondary to it, the drugs, the trafficking, all that kind of stuff. That needs to be gotten under control. I don't personally know if building walls is the best answer, but there needs to be a system in place that's going to stop this. But if you look at the actual data, we do need some level of immigration, and we need to maintain our current status. And, at the end of the day, we need to do it right. I mean, look at like the Republican voting Cuban immigrants in Florida now that came 2 generations ago or a generation ago. People can clearly integrate and become, Americans that value the American dream, but you need to find people, if you're going to put them on the pathway to citizenship, to do so. They need to be on the pathway to knowing or learning English. I'm sorry, but we shouldn't be teaching in Spanish or in Ebonics to people.
No.
We shouldn't be, I shouldn't have to call up to my bank, drive up to my bank's ATM and have it be like, oh, do you want Spanish?
Exactly.
Every fucking time. No, it should be a choice that if they even want to give that option, it should default to English. And then it should give me, an option somewhere that I have to get through to get to Spanish. But no, fuck you. It doesn't need to be in Spanish every goddamn time I drive up to the ATM.
Exactly.
Because we're in America and we speak American, like I said.
Exactly.
But we speak
and
English.
You shouldn't, to me, and here's how I see it. Sorry, but when I see somebody that can't speak English, I go, especially now. Are you legal? Because now it's kind of like a thing where with all these illegals coming in, I mean, in Idaho, there was never people moving from Mexico to Idaho for the most part. You just didn't see it. And now you would not believe how overloaded they are with, and most of them, if you hear them talking, you're like, oh, wait, they're not speaking English. Holy shit. So that's in the middle of Podunk, Idaho. We're infiltrated at this point. I mean, they are everywhere, and I don't know how to clean up that mess. I don't know how they're going to clean up that mess. Because here's the deal. It's not that, okay, the ones that are in here, because once they're here, how are you going to get rid of them? It's going to be really hard.
You don't.
You can't. So
that's why the Biden administration, to hide the idiocy of what's going on at the border, started shipping these illegal immigrants to all these small podunk towns that you're describing.
Yes.
It's not necessarily they want to be in these places. It's that the Biden admin is sending these people these places.
Yes.
Oh, but you send people to Martha's Vineyard and to New York City, and suddenly it's a problem.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So and like David has said, it's fucking, we've talked this shit straight in, but I am not going to quit talking about it until it changes. That's for sure. Because the minute you stop talking about it is when shit starts getting shoved under the rug, and they can do, I think we got to make sure that everybody still knows it's still going on, because a lot of people in a lot of areas are like, oh, really? Is that why? They're all here or they don't really know why. Because like in Idaho, they don't know a lot of that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, the same shit is going on in Europe with all these, immigrants, refugees or whatever, you see these boats that capsize, and 90% of them are 20-something-year-old men.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, but they should. There's a war going on in their country. They should fucking man up and fight.
Exactly.
Like, I ain't running over to Ukraine to go fight for some damn Ukrainians, even if I think that they're the moral ones in this whole war or whatever. But you come fucking attack America, I'll be the first guy in line there signing up to go be, a corpsman or combat medic or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, and the things that they are doing now, I mean, the way that they're getting them all, I mean, all they got to say is, well, you can go there, man. They'll give you all kinds of free shit. And I mean, we are so, that's what I mean. When you start to think about all the shit, it's like it's so overwhelming.
Our political elite class has been selling us out to fucking China for, 50 years to enrich themselves. Talk about
What's
Biden
up, you crazy kids?
Hey, nice to meet you, Bobby. In person. Or not person.
What's up?
Rawr, meat man.
How the fuck you been?
I've been good. How about you? I haven't seen you in like 3 weeks.
Oh, I
Like,
can't
see
fucking
my face.
hear you. Hold on, I can't hear you. Didn't I had this problem last time? It's bullshit. I might have to get on my computer.
Yeah, I couldn't figure
go
it
get
out
on.
the phone. That's why.
No,
it's
been crazy busy. Transitioning jobs, 4th of July, you know what I mean?
And you like your new job?
Love it. Love
Yay.
it. It's my niche. Hang on. I can't hear a fucking word you're saying. I'll be back. Let me get on my computer.
Okay.
Yeah, what David said. People used to come here for work, for a better life. They
Yes.
bought into the American dream. Now they're just coming for handouts because we're a
Yep.
bunch of fucking victims and goddamn cucks.
That's right. That's exactly right. It's the one thing that how many people have said, and I know we've probably said this before, even on our stream here, which is the one things that you can say about the Democrats is they don't give a shit. They pull out all the stops and do all the dirtiest shit they have to do to get what they want. And I think that's where, not necessarily, I want to say Republicans, because at this point, I don't consider myself on either of those sides because they're just so fucked up. But as people, I don't think that we have had we need to be done. We need to be fucking done. We need to be at that level where we go, yep, all hell's breaking loose. And I know it's going to suck and it sounds terrible. And a lot of people it's going to be a shit show. But I don't know of any other way to fix it because I think we just keep putting Band-Aids over shit. It's just like, here, Band-Aid that one. Fuck, we ran out of Band-Aid. Give me that duct tape. Fuck, there's bubble gum. Use it. I mean, I don't know how much more of that our country can take. I don't know how much more our world can take before it's just fucking implodes on itself.
I think in a lot of ways, the 90s and early 2000s was kind of a golden age for the United States, and we stopped being serious people. And we need to learn again how to be a serious people. I mean, I'm sure everybody's heard the, good times make weak men.
Yes. Rick says it all the time.
And, strong, bad times, weak men make bad times make strong men make good times, and it's just a never-ending cycle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of theories about this. There's this theory that like every 50 years or so, you have a major conflict because you have 3 generations pass every 50 to 80 years. And so the generation that's involved in a serious conflict, take World War II, for example, dies off, and then you get another generation, and then you get things devolve, and then there's a bunch of theories about how like society's in perpetual decay and rebuilding.
Mm-hmm. Like Tony said, we're too comfortable to do anything anymore. You know what? I think you're right. It's like my daughter posted this thing the other day. What the fuck did it say? I actually have to get it because I don't want to fuck it up. And it was regarding how like I could never go to prison because like there's certain things that I've come accustomed to. I mean, it's kind of like Tony says, we're too comfortable to do anything anymore. We're just too fucking comfortable.
we're too caught up in our own like narcissistic need for acceptance or whatever. So we find these like niche communities that just accept us for all of our weird, fetishes or whatever.
Well, and think about how we've made ourselves enabled by everything. I mean, we order our groceries online and drive up and some little broad brings it out that just grocery shop for us because we couldn't get out of the fucking rig and go do it ourselves. Just that type of shit. I know it seems convenient, but it's a part of living that I think that when you start giving up those simple parts, this is you begin to enable yourself you with everything. Oh God. I mean, my daughter who gets her food ordered and she goes and picks it up, and because she's got, her thing is she got a busy life, kid, work, you name it, sports, all that good shit. So, but when you say to her, hey, can you stop by the store and grab me something? She gets that deer in the head look like, oh fuck, I gotta go to the store.
Yeah, I mean, with COVID, especially if people live in like New York,
he hasn't been there.
Especially if you lived in like a city like New York during COVID, you created a bunch of agoraphobes. You told people they couldn't leave their house and they were going to die if they did. And, then you created like things like DoorDash or whatever, where they bring food right to your house and they don't even have to interact with you because they just leave it at the front stoop. Think of how many people have been turned into autistic people because they haven't interacted with somebody for 3 or 4 years other than online.
Yeah, fuck. Okay, so.
It's called World of Warcraft.
Bobby's back. You made it back.
I made it back.
I'm more of a first-person shooter guy over WoW, but I'm like Daisy and Rust. That's usually my 2 go-tos.
We got one of them radical white supremes. Look out. Stop telling on yourself.
So Ann
What's
told
going on,
Tony
man?
that he could stay here in the States with us as long as he kept making us tacos.
Yeah. Who's making tacos?
Tony,
Like Taco
who
Bell
do you think?
said, when tacos win, we all win. It's a real fucking thing. I saw in Taco Bell's window, and I agree. I was like, yes,
Taco Bell's.
Bell,
That's
yeah.
not real tacos. That shit ain't even real food.
I'm
I'm telling
give
you
a
what,
fuck.
that
It's good.
meat,
It is
that
good
that
when I
taco
hate
meat
myself.
is the same shit. I'm not kidding you. I worked in an Alzheimer's unit, and we had people they were chokerous. And so we had to serve them stuff that was blended like baby food. And I'm not kidding you. They would eat the same stuff that they would shit out a few hours later. And it looked and smelled just like Taco Bell meat.
I took
What's that
picture
say?
of Taco Bell's
I
window.
seen that.
When tacos
I seen
win, we all win. You know what? Be it. It's sometimes you're just like, fuck my health. Someone else will pay for it someday. And you go for the shit that's no good.
I
I'll put
can't.
it to you this way. You want to know a secret ingredient when I make some of my killer burgers? I put a little bit of butter. Just a tiny bit of butter before the seasoning. Oh, it's so bad for you, but it's
You want to
so
know
good.
how I do mine?
Gotta live a little.
I make stuffed burgers, and I use jalapenos cut up and cream cheese and cheddar cheese shredded. And I make 2 patties really thin. And then I put the jalapenos and the 2 cheeses in the middle of it. And then I put another one on top, and I seal that bitch with Worcestershire sauce all the way around. And then I put it on the barbecuer and cook that sumbitch. Oh, you want to talk about the best burger? You'll never eat a regular burger again once you eat a stuffed burger.
I can't
had a buddy
with that.
I had a buddy growing up who would do that, but he would use chopped up pastrami on the inside and cheese and stuff like that, and like barbecue sauce on the outside.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's about after you have one, you're just like, I don't care that it burnt the shit out of my lip when the cream cheese spilled out all over the place. I don't care. That's how I want them every time.
For the record, this is why I don't want to pay for other people's health care.
I agree with you on that one. I mean,
I love you.
people are-
Sounds delicious. I might even make it myself, but
You should.
I must emphasize.
I have a feeling you will love it. Okay, first I have to show you this because I'm not a fake
hell is
lash wearer.
What
But
if I missed? Yeah, what's going on? How you people been? How was your 4th? How's your lives? How's your loved ones? How's everything?
Our-
You got all 10 fingers, 10 toes? Everybody in
yes,
working order?
we all made it through it.
Me
We'll
too. Thank God.
we put down a friend that actually he was a I didn't know if I told you guys this, but we lost a friend the 1st of June. He was a fireworks. He actually was a longshoreman, but on the side he made fireworks, and he made the big boom ones that went way in the air, and they were huge with
Whoa.
mortars and all that shit. And anyways, he blew himself up in his garage the 1st of June.
Yeah, you sent me those news reports. You're like, Bobby, but you better behave. And then you sent me all
Yes.
that. So you know what? I
Ah.
fucking behaved. How's that?
That
I was
thank
sitting
you,
there
because that was
the night-
bad.
The whole weekend, this is the first 4th. I didn't light anything off. And then by the very end of the night, me and my brother were out front. And I'm like, this is bullshit. This is the only 4th. And basically, since I was 10 or younger, when they give you punks to light them with, sparklers or whatever to
Mhm.
light fireworks with, I was like, this bullshit. I got to blow something up. So I went through the bus and I found a stash of some old fireworks I had. So we got to blow some shit up. Nothing crazy. Couple car alarms, but it was fun and we behaved. I behaved.
Good.
And I'm sorry about your
Good,
friend.
good.
That's horrible.
Yeah, we just
That's-
went to his funeral.
That's crazy shit. I mean, you see all the videos when fireworks gone bad, it's not a joke.
Yes.
Like when they
Yes.
go, they fucking go. It's
So, did you see the lashes and the chicken, or what do you think of that?
What the fuck is that? What am I
That's
looking at?
that's a moose and his antlers.
2 animals in the
God.
wild.
Yeah, no,
in
this
the wild,
eyelash.
that's right.
the-
One's
this
from the
eyelash
jungle.
thing's out of control. No, some of them are actually, it's like a caricature. You see the
it's-
drawings and the make funs, and then you'll see some of these women and men, I don't want to assume genders, out in the wild, and they really got eyelashes like that. It's like you can't see a fucking thing, can you?
I like the ones that have
it's
giant ass
pretty
nails.
amazing. I must say, I've seen it in the wild, so that ain't far fetched. That's the state of America.
There's some fireworks.
Oh, those
Result.
are some fucked up hands.
Oh, Jesus Christ! All right, RB, give us your breakdown.
I don't think those people are going to be all left from now on.
Ow.
Some of them are right hands too. Some of them are going to be all right. Some of them are going to be all left.
Yeah.
But none of them are going to be okay. Yeah.
They're going to be like my husband and have to get their toes out.
I mean, most of those hands.
They're going to have to be like Marvin and get their toes out.
The one in the middle
They got
that's split in
claws.
half, that might be fixable. The one on the middle right, they're going to end up with 3 fingers and a stump. The one on the top middle left, sorry, the middle right, oh, that's fucked. I don't even know how you do that. The one in the top middle, that's getting amputated. The one in the top
Yeah.
left is probably getting amputated. The top right, you might end up with like a half a hand. The bottom left, they amputated it themselves.
They're listening to Dio.
Yeah.
The
No,
middle and the
bottom right,
that
I don't
one, the middle bottom
I don't know.
one with a lot of rods and pins, that one's fixable, I bet.
The
the
bottom right's
middle-
fucked.
The bottom left,
right.
yeah, pretty fucked.
The guy in the middle left, you see the demon face he's making? It's like he's mocking all the other ones. You see that in the middle left? And I'll tell you that there's another demon face in the middle right. And I got news for you fellas. With guys with hands like this walking around, you see the one dead center. It's got the 2 fingers and 2 fingers. I'm sorry, you were not competing with that. These guys found a hack. That's some claw shit right there. Yeah.
Dude,
Especially when it heals.
have
Oh,
you
that's
not
gonna
seen
be
Marvin's
nuts.
hand?
Listen, we know.
Have
the
you not
story.
seen
We put
Marvin's
two and-
hand, Bobby?
We put 2 and 2 together.
Let me see if I can find his hand.
He's got the hand stamina to afford a Ford. You know, it pop that hood all day long. Bang.
He's got,
Bam.
yeah, he's got Yeah,
How'd
he's
you get
like
so good at
this.
that? I own
So
a Ford.
He's rocking out all the time.
where his thumb is, it's a
Put
toe. It's a big toe from his right foot.
put him on
And then
blast.
his
No
pinky,
pun intended.
he don't give a shit. His pinky is there's a plastic joint in there and it's turned so that he can pinch with it. So, and all this right here, they took tissue from his stomach and put right here for padding because all these fingers were amputated after it was crushed in a Christie block while he was logging. Where is a picture?
That's a fucking
'Cause
crazy story.
I know
Mom's
Arby's
badass.
gonna think it's
That's crazy
fascinating
shit.
as fuck.
I mean, men have a lot.
Then he
more
became an
job-related injuries.
airplane mechanic and pilot.
I saw a dude at work who's had broken his arm and never gotten it set properly.
now
and so his forearm was like shifted 2 inches off in his hand from where it should be. But he could do the job.
Yeah.
So what the hell did you guys do for the 4th? How'd you spend your holiday weekend? I know you guys took last week off, right? You did. I didn't miss a live, did I? I didn't see
we
you
worked
live
on
for the
our
4th.
roof.
So you spent
No, we worked on the roof on our house. Yeah.
I'm
supposed
gonna
to
hop
blow the
off.
roof off.
And our anniversary.
Where you going, Arby? I don't like it when I don't know
Thank
where
you for
are.
coming, Arby.
I gotta get ready to head to bed. I gotta
Who?
get up early for work in the morning, so I gotta
I do too.
do a few things. So I'm gonna turn on my phone and be in chat and whatnot, but I'm gonna hop off and turn my computer off and start getting ready for tomorrow.
Have a good night. I'll talk
You
like
guys take
this so
care.
you can practice that
Thank you
hand
for coming
strength
on,
like them
Arby.
claws.
Oh, it's a
Okay.
running joke in a Discord because I mistyped on my fingers, but I give men syphilis if you didn't know. Yeah. That's a running joke in the
Have a
radio
good
Discord
night.
because I mistyped and said that accidentally I was saying men that have sex with men have a higher rate of STDs. I was talking about syphilis for some reason, and I accidentally wrote men that have sex with me. So now they all make fun of me. They're like, "Are you men with syphilis?"
You're making Tony's nipples hard.
That's easy. Look, you just mentioned boobs. Look, my boobs are pretty big, so Tony, you can come motorboat them anytime.
It's July. That was last month. That was last month. It's July now.
Oh wait, no, I saw something. We got another couple weeks. It's a transgendered awareness or transgendered month or something.
Oh,
no, wait,
for
hang on.
fuck's sake,
Hang
no.
on. Let me find it. Somebody posted it in Discord. Not in our Discord.
No, be aware. Be very aware. They're coming for your kids.
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
It's non-binary awareness week, July 10th to 14th. So
It's funny too because you got those that are binary and those that are non-binary. Therefore, creating another binary system. So good luck with it. Enjoy
All right, y'all
your
take
infinite
care.
dimensions. Have a
Good
good
night,
night, Bo.
Arby.
catch you later.
Thanks-
I'll be in chat.
Thanks for hanging with us.
Of course.
Always informative and articulate. I like Arby. He's cool people.
Yeah, he is.
I wish Tony would hop on once in a while. Fucking Tony. Where the fuck are you, Bo? Here I am. Came all the way out just for you. I was working on a hot fucking roof all day in 90-degree weather. I'm here. Where the fuck are you?
No
Oh,
doubt.
and then my dog. I let my dog out and she cut her fucking paw and it was just a tiny cut, but she nailed an
She what?
artery. My dog, I let her out like I would any other day. When I got in from work, I let her out. And within 10 minutes, I heard her bark, like to let her back in. And it's hot out. So normally I don't leave the animals out more than like 10, 15 minutes. You know what I mean? Unless I'm out there with them. I hear her bark, like to let her back in. I go out there and there's just blood fucking everywhere. She nicked the front of her leg. Just a tiny, and I mean as wide as my finger. But she caught it right across the artery. So it was just going, and I was like compressing it, and then I would open, you know what I mean? You'd lift to after a few minutes
Yeah.
to see, and it just started fucking bleeding again. I'm like, God damn it. Thank God my friend was over. So he helped me. We use this belt tried to do like a tourniquet as we're holding the paper towels. I had to rally the cat back in, close the door. We carried her out to the car, ran her to the vet. I had just gotten home. I hadn't eaten all day, and I was like, you know what? I'm picking up a couple cold ones, and I got some fried chicken. I'm eating it now. This was at 2:30 this afternoon. I got off a hot roof, and then fucking.
But the dog's doing okay
all
now.
this shit. The dog's wonderful. She's so stoned. She has no idea what's going on right now. The vets hit her up.
Oh
with
yeah,
some
see, Wash,
shit.
she's good. She's high.
Yep, she's down there fucking just relaxing. She's got all kinds of pillows and blankets. We take care of our dog. It was just one of those days where it was just nonstop. And then here we are. I know it's been a while. I've been ducking you fuckers. Did you notice?
Yes.
That was the message I got,
Fucker.
people. You've been ducking us for weeks, you fucker. Honestly, I've been behaving.
You can fucking behave right over here on Tuesday nights, motherfucker.
It's been busy. I've been putting in a lot of work, but we should be good to go soon. Life
You
changing
and
stuff.
Fly and your excuses. You know,
No
at least Tony
excuses.
just right out says, no, I don't have any excuses. I just ain't coming on. But you guys keep just throwing excuses
So what
at
do you-
me.
Well, okay. Well, I'm here. What do you want to talk about? Oh man,
What do I
we
wanna
want to
talk
talk about cocaine in the White House, indicting the fucking whistleblower. I just planted peas. Still waiting for peppers to come through. My bike's gonna get fixed. My little
Your
brother
peppers
opened
aren't
an
up?
LLC. No, they're
Your
growing. They're
peppers,
not-
you have
they're
got no peppers,
not yet.
but your plants are there. Have you got flowers?
Not yet.
No flowers.
I think they're late bloomers.
It
gotta
might be
pull-
really
I
hard
got
to
bush-
get any.
Well, I think I got more pepper fucking seeds. It's not too late. They like the heat, so they'll grow through the rest of July and August. What the fuck else? Yeah, my garden. I was so sad because, well, as much as I loved the other company and the work we did, it left no time for anything. So this is my first full week at the new job.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know what? While you were working for the other company, I've seen you every week. And since you've worked for this company, I haven't seen you in 3 weeks.
No, this is the first Tuesday I worked for this company because we
Oh,
were
I
all
see.
off on the 4th. The Tuesday before then, I don't know what was going on. I don't remember. I think
see.
I was there for a minute in the chat, and then I
You
got
were.
a call and I had to run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoever that was, tell him I said, fuck you, unless it was your mama, and then don't say that.
It was my mama. You hear that,
Liar.
Ma? She's
It was
listening
not.
tonight. You can hit
Is
that
she?
thumbs down
Hi,
button.
Ma.
It's okay.
Hi, Ma.
Oh, Jesus. I love you, sweetheart.
I'm glad you came on.
I hit Yank up. Yank, if you see this at all, happy birthday, big guy.
Happy birthday,
I want to
Yank.
give a shout out to Yank. Happy birthday. And everybody else whose birthday is in July and was in June, whoever's I missed, happy birthday, all. Good
My
to see you guys.
grandson's is
There's
at
so
the
much
end of
going
this
on.
month.
Happy birthday. How old?
And he'll be a year old, and he's walking
Oh, yeah?
all over the place. Yep, he'll be a year.
We're hitting the 1 year mark. Oh,
Yeah.
shit. Happy 1
He's-
year, Grandma.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh,
that's
he's so cute.
awesome.
He's so
That's
funny.
awesome.
Yep. Walking all over, just honoring hell, just like his dad. And then he's got like this super sweet side, just like his mom, thank God.
Well, you know, they always say, why do you make such a big deal out of the 1 year birthday? The kid doesn't even know it's his birthday. It's like, no. We survived the year and that motherfucker's still alive. This is
That's
a
right.
celebration.
He made it.
We made
That
it.
means we're
made the
going to
first
keep
year.
him.
You know, that's why you do your fuck ups. That's why there's the terrible twos. Them toddlers are violent little fucking midgets. And they make
Oh,
up for it
man.
through their twos and threes. And then
Sean gave us a run for our money. Sean was the one that did things like dump 2.5 gallons of Crisco oil out on the floor on our Berber carpet. He jumped from and got his little brother to jump from the house onto our 150 Econoline van onto the roof of it and dented the fuck out of it. Oh yeah, we still hear about that to this day. Don't you think we don't? Because Marvin makes sure that everybody knows how that van's roof got dented.
We've all done it.
Yeah.
Them Econolines, you couldn't kill them though. I love those vans.
Oh my God, the engine in that fucking thing.
Yeah, you can't kill
the engine in it alone is just, I mean, it's a beast. It's a beast.
Yeah. You could do those up nice too. Throw a little mini fridge, the fucking TVs, and then nice stereo system. Oh, you're set. You're set for a fucking. That's a car to hop in to go
our
for
kids
a cruise out for the day. You know.
Well, our kids loved it. We used to take it from here. We used to take it from Portland to Idaho. It was an 8-hour trip. Our kids loved it when we got the van because they just kicked back. And of course, the part that they didn't like was Mom could get up and walk to the back and slap whoever's ass if they were fighting or whatever. So it was great for that. But the kids loved it because they all had their own space. Nobody got to touch anybody. They all had their own windows. One kid got the whole back seat in the back, and the other two got the recliners in the middle. And oh yeah, they loved it.
Chairs. And they even spun around, and you could put the little table in the middle.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't beat that shit.
Oh man, and Marvin will not get rid of that rig. I mean, trust me, it's thrashed at this point. It had an aftermarket air conditioning in it, and that had to be taken out eventually. And mind you, it's a black van. Each one of the boys have drove it throughout some time in their life. They've had to drive it, because their rig broke down or whatever. Sean drove it for quite a while, and he called it the Raper van.
Oh, geez.
Because it's a black Econoline van. It's fucking hilarious.
No, that's the A-Team van. Oh, white is creeper. Yeah, black van, you just spray paint a red line on the side, and you had A-Team.
Well, it had a red pinstripes. That van was what I took the kids to all their sports shit every day in. I mean, that was my daily driver for years.
My mother too. Oh, we loved that van. We had two of them, one gray and one red. And happy birthday, Dave.
I wanted a minivan, but I ended up with a fucking huge school bus. So, I mean, I learned to drive it. Now I know I can drive an RV, so no big deal, which we haven't done. Oh my God, Bobby, you have no idea. Huh?
You tried driving an RV?
Oh yeah, I've drove a Class C.
It's not too bad, right?
No, the Class C was great. I want to try a Class A to see how I do with it. But I was going to tell you about all the shit we've been doing. Did you hear what I said about all the shit we've been doing to our house?
You said the roof on the 4th.
Yeah. Okay, we're doing the roof. So Marvin's tearing it off and he's putting a new one back on. The boys are helping him. And then he's also replacing a bunch of siding. I think we're going to replace the gutters if I can get my husband talked into it, even though he keeps trying to dodge that. We also blew insulation in over the garage. And then our deep freeze stopped working and we lost all the fucking food out of our freezer. This is in all the middle of this hubbub of trying to get on. The roof's not on yet. I'm telling you what, I need like Valium or something. But it'll be a nice roof when we're all done, I hope.
Yeah, the process is an adventure always, you know what I mean? Especially when you're doing all those things at once.
Well, and then he's going to
the deep freeze was just a fuck you too, deep freezer.
Yeah, it was a fuck you 25-year-old.
That was it just wanted attention.
Yeah. So then the other thing that we're going to get done eventually, like right after this, is putting in a new electrical box. And I have a feeling they're going to want to rewire a bunch of shit, I think. I think.
Maybe.
I'm scared.
Maybe.
Fuck.
Are you scared?
Because it's going to
Whoa.
mean money. It's going to mean money, a lot of money, and I don't want to spend that on. I want to spend money on my RV, damn it.
Well, they're upgrading all areas of the power grid. You would have one day FaceTime me or something and show me your panel and all that and the service coming in. And because if you got like a 200 amp service, and when was the last time you had any work on it done?
Never.
Like major work? Never. When was the house built?
1970, 76, I think.
All right, so it's not as bad as the 40s and 50s.
No.
But probably
No,
could use
but-
some updating.
Remember, these are homes that were built, they were thrown up by Intel to put all their people in when they came in here. And so they're just thrown together like fucking super quick. Like there ain't nothing
pretty
even.
important because you'll find out you're fucking up when the house is on fire.
Yeah, well, trust me. Sometimes I wonder. I'm like, what's that noise? Why is that light switch ticking? Why is it like? Here's the deal. So we have a light switch. There's a light switch in our bedroom, and it's one of the dimmer switch. You know, okay. Well, Marvin put a fan in years ago, a ceiling fan in our bedroom. We hadn't had one before, but he put it off of the other light switch over by the bathroom. Okay. This one controlled whether the light, I think it controlled the plug-in over here. Okay. This dimmer one. Okay. Right. Okay. So anyways, I have to tape that because if I don't, they'll shut it off and then my computer and everything shut off. So I tape it to keep it on. Right. Well, I hear it ticking a lot. Why does it tick?
Well, ticking's usually the sign of arcing if you're not doing anything with it. Yeah, and you say you gotta keep it on so they don't turn your laptop off? Is that because of the plug?
Yeah,
you're
because
plugged
it's
into?
yeah,
It
you
can-
know,
it
that's the
controls
plug-in that I'm
outlet
in.
that you're in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, ticking's not good.
It's been doing it for a long time, and I keep telling Marvin, and he's like, "Oh yeah, fuck, it's fine. It's been doing it for years. Who cares? It's fine."
Yeah.
Well, no, let me. The other thing that he said to me one day was, "I don't hear it." I'm like, "Really? You can't hear that fucking ticking sound? I can hear it." Fucking.
Are you
I mean,
sure, now, are you sure that it's coming from that switch and there's not like
Yes.
a clock on the wall anywhere nearby?
no,
Okay.
there's nothing else over there
if,
that.
if you're crazy, you know this. Yeah, no, ticking's not good. Unless it's a timer. Is it a timer? That some of those dimmers are actual. They're like timer switches. It's not a timer, right?
I don't think so. Let me look at it now.
Some of them fucking
I'll look
timers
later.
still have
But
like
yeah.
a little bevel on the thing that comes off like a little bird beak, and you'll see on the plate if it's been painted over, you wouldn't see it like outlined. But if you look, there's actual like dimmer switches that are timers. If it's not a timer and it's ticking, lady, change your switch.
Okay.
get at least get a new switch. Switches, especially ones like that
Well-
that run on contacts, you get carbon buildup and you could get arcing and shit. It'll probably
Okay.
just
Well,
burn
and
the
that's what I
switch
was
out.
kind of worried about. Like when I
You just
realized
don't
there
have
was
to
the
deal with
whole,
that.
like when I realized the whole arcing thing, like you don't want shit to arc, and that will make.
Ever.
And so I was like,
No,
maybe I should ask
arcing's
Bobby.
not good. And it leaves
Okay.
carbon buildup, which just makes it worse. And then you get bad connections, and it's just new switch. That's all. New dimmer switch, pop it in, you're done. And dimmer switches are easy. They usually have leads coming off, so you're not even wiring right to the actual device. You just couple wires, wire nuts, slap. The
I'll
bit
just go
back
buy
in.
one and then say, here, change this.
Yeah, give it a off. You got it.
Yeah, it'd
Yeah.
be fine.
Tell him lick his fingers first and make sure the circuit's live. You know,
That's right. Right. Just a little touch.
that's how you
Right.
That's how you make sure.
Yeah.
But someone
put
else
the
is
fan
leaving.
up.
Oh,
He
hey,
can-
Mishka. Good night, Mishka.
Looks like
Yeah, no,
Arby's
taking time.
leaving. Oh, good night. Sorry, are we boring you? I'm sorry. I just had to ask him that question because I'm really
What the
curious
fuck?
about it all.
What the hell is the
He
juice
asked
canoe,
me like I
David?
was
At least-
stupid. No, he ain't asking me like I'm stupid. I'll knock him side the head. He knows better.
Yeah, 15
Where'd you-
passenger van growing up. Oh yeah, that's the extended vans. Those things fucking sweet. And when you think back, it's amazing how big they actually were when you see them. I'll be here a little longer. I'm saying goodnight to Mishka. Yeah, Mishka's heading out. Good night, Mishka. Good seeing you all you gutter peeps. I miss you, motherfuckers. I miss you, gutter. I really do.
I'm glad you came. Well, or at least came and smiled anyway.
I'm gonna come and say hi. It's been a wild month and a half. And
Yeah, you have been busy,
I'm
busy,
finding
busy.
finding my way into the new groove. Yeah, there's been a lot even beyond what I've mentioned going on. Just a lot of
So
things.
what
I've
are
been
you doing? So now what are you doing? If I don't mind, if you don't mind,
helping a lot of people.
work
Oh,
wise.
for work?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm back to doing fire alarms that I did I did fire alarms for 14 years. That was my specialty. So now I'm back to doing fire alarms. So instead of being the apprentice and the helper, they gave me my own truck and I'm running jobs. Like I went from the bottom to the top of the totem pole doing what I did, you know, and they're taking care of me to do it.
Good.
So I'm happy.
Fly crew said I was
what's
going
he
to
doing?
suggest sticking a fork in it, and that's the way to figure out which breaker it is and turn it off all at once. Yeah, I'll bet it
Oh,
is.
100%. Yeah, you'll find out real quick where the problem is. Just lick your fingers first. And
Arby
then
learned to
stick
drive
it
on
right
that
in.
van.
Oh man, me too. The Chevy
Hi,
20.
Donna.
My mama had a Chevy 20. Hey, Donna.
Ours is a Ford. It's like I said. That's the Ford that we went all the way to Idaho in, and the air conditioning stopped working. Oh my God. It was 108 degrees, and we took our Lhasa Apso. I thought he was going to chew all of our legs off. He was so pissed off at us. And then, of course, we stopped because it's super hot. So we stopped outside of one of the towns that we grew up in, and they have a dam there. Well, they decided to let a bunch of the water down out of the dam. Well, that shit is like ice cubes. And that dog went running in there after being in that hot fucking van. And I'm telling you what, he threw the biggest shit fit because that water was ice cold. I thought he was going to kill us all because I think he thought we were really torturing him. Poor guy.
Oh, you go.
It was a hot son of a bitch. Yeah. Yeah, it was so, and let me tell you what, it was cold, but it was so hot out. We had to do something. So then we get to the next town and we stop at a little burger joint, and Marvin gets all of us ice cream cones. Well, for the first time, our dog gets to eat human food because I didn't ever give him human food. And so I'm telling you what, he devoured that ice cream. He was so happy. But the whole way home, he literally looked at Marvin. And as soon as Marvin would look at him, he'd do like he'd bitch at Marvin. Like he knew it was Marvin that made us get in that van and go with no air conditioning. He was so pissed. And he literally took it out on Marvin for like days. He was pissed at him. He wouldn't look at him, wouldn't talk to him. And Marvin was his favorite. But he was so pissed at Marvin. Poor guy. Yeah, funny, that fucking Econoline van. Whew, that was a hot fucker.
I want one though. I want one again. If all goes well, there's a business buying the bus, so I'm gonna get something. I want a fun road trip car. The RV needs a little work, but I got a spot. I'm gonna be parking it, so it'll be my vacation spot there. And this way, I could get something that I can run a little more incognito. You know what I mean? I want something a little more like a nice Chevy 20 van, but a little more streamlined and
or more van life where you can camp incognito and nobody knows what you're up to.
Just for when we go on, because there's going to be a lot of trips coming up next year, and I don't want. I mean, I love the RV and shit, but to drive all 32 feet of it everywhere all the time just isn't always the most. You know what I mean? The easy thing to do. So to grab a van and a nice enclosed trailer where I could throw my bike in and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Then we could go. So something like that. I don't know. There's so much to talk about and catch up on. I don't want to ramble though. I'm exhausted. But when you were calling me out, I was like, I gotta come say hi. You crazy kids. I have missed you guys so much. God bless
I'm
you
glad
all.
you
God
did.
bless America. Happy birthday, America, by the way. Happy birthday, Yank. Happy birthday, Miss Grandson. Julie's grandson. What's his name again? I'm so bad with names.
Lucas, but we call him Lou.
Lucas.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Lou. Happy birthday, David.
Happy birthday, David.
I miss you guys. I miss all you guys.
I know
It's
you need
been
to
a
make sure
while.
you. It has been a while. Of course, me missing last week.
I've been adjusting to a lot. I've been adjusting to a lot of things, so I apologize for my absence. And I warned you guys with the Facebook Live, everything was going to go quiet for a little bit, and then I'll be back with a vengeance. And there's a lot to talk about. I'm mad as hell, and I'm not going to take it anymore. You know, as I'm sure you guys, it's a fucking joke at this point. It's
Oh
a
my
fucking
God.
joke at this point.
It
So
is a
now
joke.
we're it's not even worth mentioning half the shit unless we're just gonna laugh about it. Like,
Yep.
can you
'Cause
believe
it's all
what the
there and
fuck-
we all
and
know
this-
it.
Oh God, yeah. So we have fun with good shit, the birthdays and all kinds of good shit going on. You know, I want.
Yeah, I mean, if anybody wants to bitch, they can. But they're more than welcome to come on here and bitch about it. But I'm sure they're sick of hearing me bitch about it because that's all I ever do. But
well, there's a lot of things going on and things to take note of. So it's not always bitch, and sometimes the shit we bitch about needs to be noticed and spoken of. Because how the fuck half of what's going on is allowed to happen in this country? Oh, it can't go without notice. It can't. No, we notice, motherfuckers. We see exactly what the hell's going on. And we'll say something about it. We're going to talk about it just to make sure we're all on the same page. And that's why they're fighting so goddamn hard to be able to censor the people on social media. And, well, the good guys never did that. The good guys never censored information. That's knowledge is power, right? And we, the people, are the ones that you work for. So the knowledge technically is ours. You're nobody.
Mm-hmm.
You're our servants. How dare you treat us like fucking children? We're going to pay this. I heard in New York, oh, be careful. Instead of playing with fireworks this year, how about glow sticks and bubble guns? Bubble guns? I've been blowing shit up since I was 9 years old. Bubble guns?
Yeah.
Oh, no. Darwinism, you know. This ain't a fucking nanny state. If I play with gunpowder and I blow myself up, well, you know what? Bobby just didn't fucking last through the Darwin fucking test.
Yeah. Yeah, we definitely took a little bit of a reprieve this year, but it's not like next year we won't be at it, I'm sure. For one, almost for our friends' sake, we will be back at it. This year it was a little raw to be playing
Then
with
you
fireworks
realize how many
this year.
people rely on you to blow shit up. Oh, you guys are usually the ones that get the fireworks?
No, we don't. But our friend that was, made him and all of that stuff. We kind of took a reprieve because of his whole thing. But normally, I mean, Sean,
that's completely understandable.
Yeah,
I mean,
but
kinda wild.
it's almost like
died
I think if
to
he
be
was
gone.
here, I think Mike would say, don't fucking be taking a break from doing what I love to do. And just because fucking static electricity got me, don't think that you don't have to, you have to give up what I enjoyed and what you all should be enjoying is how I think he would feel about it. I think he would actually be pissed that we even took this year off from it. But for us, it was just a little bit raw. Yeah.
Understandable, but he died doing what he loved, right?
Exactly, he did. And like I said, I think Mike would say, no, fuck that. Don't,
You should be
Don't
blowing
you
up
not
extra
fucking-
ones.
Yeah,
honor
I think
him.
that's what he would say. Put my ashes in one of those fucking fireworks and let that son of a bitch rip. I think that's what he would say.
Oh, I'm gonna let David down. No, not years, months since June to be precise. So I mean, if you're down for practice, I'll try not to bite. I don't mean to scrape.
What?
And I'm very sorry. That was something completely off topic and inappropriate while we're talking about memorializing your friend through fireworks. That was completely inappropriate. I'm sorry.
Fuck.
David's comment prompted that one. Oh, that one's a little different. That went in a weird
I see.
direction.
How about your
Not
inner
much has
versus
changed,
self?
I see. It is Gutters Pub, right?
That's yeah. Fuck. Let her rip.
Oh, you officially did the channel change to Gutters Pub, huh? So I'm gonna advertise it as Gutters Pub. Okay, look at you, girl.
Well, I
Keeping it going.
see.
God bless you.
I think Tony changed it to Gutters Pub Chat now in Discord too.
Okay. I come in every once in a while and just dump some videos and then a shitload, a buttload. Not always. Sometimes a few memes, and then I hop out. I've been off social media as a whole for a little bit. I hop in mostly, like I told you guys, the one you're gonna catch me on the most is Facebook. But
Yeah.
even that one I've been taking a break from because there's hours are changing, everything's a little different. So
Yeah, I
been
even
working on a lot
changed
of things in
my.
the background, getting all my shit in order.
I even changed the
I'm sorry.
picture.
I see that.
I'm trying to
Now
make
it's
them
just the
all
red
like
flame. You, lol, firecracker.
that.
If those of you that don't know, the original the original emblem was going to be a pair of legs falling into the glass. Those were Gigi's legs. Just so you know. She sent out the original, the negatives without realizing it. That's why Yank had to step away. He can't look her in the eye anymore.
He can't
Those
look
were
me in the
wild
eyes.
pictures.
He's seen what was at the
What
Y
fuck is
and he
that?
ran.
What's that in the middle? Marv. Tell him. I'm fucking telling.
He couldn't face Marv no more. Poor Yank.
Unbelievable. But what time is it? I know you're rounding on the 2 hours about, right?
Yeah, we're getting it's 7:46.
Oh, you're
right
at
now.
3 hours. Oh, Jesus Christ. You're at almost 3 hours. All right. Well,
I know.
it's been about 5 months. I'll give you 5 minutes and then I'm gonna let you close out your own show. But what the fuck you guys want to talk about? I miss yous. I do want to say that. I was so happy when I saw you live today. I'm not gonna lie. I really miss you guys. I just been doing a lot of shit in the fucking, in the background that the timing.
We have been doing
on a break from social media to a point. I'm sorry about that.
We have been doing Discord, the virtual chat. If you notice, Tony's got us. There's the men's restroom and the women's restroom. I've never went into the men's restroom.
No, you didn't. No, he didn't.
Yes, sir.
Oh, that's because you got everybody over to the fucking the general chat or the virtual chat, and then you guys fucking all jumped over, and it was just me and Wasp sitting in the one, and we're like, "Where is everyone?" And you guys were all having a totally other conversation in a different room. You just fucking left us, right, Wasp? I remember that, Wasp.
Hey,
I hung out with Wasp. We had a good night, and you all fucking left us.
You guys ended up coming over there.
I'm exhausted. Who's
okay?
pissed?
See,
I'm being a narcissist right
look.
now. Everything's about me. I'm sorry. What is
Where'd
that?
it go?
That's adorable. Is that a taco? A bulldog
There.
with a taco? That's my man right there.
See? Oh shit.
Voice channels. Oh, you're in one right now.
That's your
Where are
man.
you? That's my man right there. Yeah, a bulldog with a bunch of
It's
tacos.
taken forever for fucking load.
Yeah. Well, as I heard,
I gotta reload it now. It's
fucking
probably gonna
load.
start me all over.
Easy.
Dirty motherfucking piece of shit.
Oh
Sucker.
God, here we go. That's a little bit of the Gutter Girl on Discord. If you guys haven't tuned in yet, I suggest you go there where censorship and cursing is not an issue. There are no community standards in the warp dimension. Come on down, join all of us there. You could even
We
hear
say
No
what
Show Tony
we want when we want,
in person.
how we want.
Come on down, hang out. And you might even get your own channel. You got your own topic you want to talk about. You got something you want to teach us about. We will make you your own channel within the server. And everybody could come, and everything you talk about in there is relevant to your topic.
Over there,
you
get to hear Tony's face. You can hear.
You hear his voice. Can't hear his face. I want to see his face. We're going to do a Tony unmasking. Are you guys actually in a voice chat right now? Tell me you're in a voice chat.
No, not right this second. It's cutting me out. I don't know why it's fucking deciding to cut out right now so bad.
You're not allowed. I put up a paywall. Trade me your soul, and I will damn you to hell.
What the fuck?
There's a lot of sin that goes on in those
that.
fucking channels. You guys are sick fucks. I tune in here and there, and I'm like, oh my god, I gotta go repent. 3 Hail Marys, 4 our fathers, motherfuckers.
Why won't
Oh, that's right, Amanda.
This piece of shit.
Amanda did a fucking road trip to Florida. Didn't fly like I did. I took the cheap cop out way. I was there in an hour and a half. She fucking drove down with her friend. She wants a new spot now. Look, she's all eager to get on the road again. It's fun. Oregon.
Oh, Amanda.
Go out to Oregon. Yep. Go out to Oregon.
You would love the Pacific Northwest, Amanda. It's gorgeous here. But I'm telling you, you better come before wildfires start, because if they come, you thought New York was bad or where you're at was bad with the Canadian smoke. You fucking ain't seen nothing yet. When it gets smoky here, oh Jesus.
Tony, we can't show the memes on here. That's why
it will not show them. Anyways, it shows the men's restroom and the women's restroom. Did you look on Discord?
You're trying to get her fucking reported. The memes are, you want to see the fucking memes, you gotta go to Discord. Tony said show the memes. You can't show the memes.
Fuck that. Tony, I will get reported. I will.
You guys want to see memes? They're savage. You go to Tony's Meme Cafe. I think he changed it now. What is it? Now it's
no, I think
what's the name of Tony's channel on there?
I think it's Tony's Memes, isn't it?
Tony's Meme Cafe is what it was. I'm not sure what it is now.
Sugar Britches says stop and pick her up, Amanda, if you come here.
What's up? What's up, Pesky?
Hi, Pesky.
Oh, we're just bullshitting. We're catching up. We're hanging out. Arby was fucking awesome enough to host the whole first half of the live. So you missed that on the good shit. Now you're just hanging out with a drunk and a redhead. And
Bobby,
we're catching up.
Bobby, Amanda said you're a liar. You do too, Bite. I think she showed us teeth marks before to prove it.
Oh, no. Not if they pay good. That's it. Yeah.
No teeth marks.
I don't know.
No teeth marks?
Right now. She must be behind on the time because we're going back to that. That's a premium package.
That's a premium package.
It's the first time you'll want to pay more to get less. The minus.
You're such a salesman, Bobby.
Everybody's doing it. You don't want to miss out. Especially if the Fat Joe with the fucking turkey neck cheese goes. You never want to be behind Fat Joe with the turkey neck cheese.
It's one thing that you say turkey neck, but you got to put the cheese with it. It's the cheese part that. It's gross. The cheese part that gets me.
Why would
I mean
I know, why would you even say that? That's what I'm saying. That's gross. Why would you even mention that?
Yeah,
That's fucked up. Gotta go's making it nasty tonight. Well, welcome,
Well,
ladies and
it's a-
gentlemen. It's approaching the 11 o'clock hour. 8 p.m. What are you? You're Western, right?
8 p.m.
Are you
Pacific.
Mountain? Pacific time. Grab your lady, bring her down by the fire into her golden belly. My darling, I can't get enough of your turkey neck cheese. Oh, God.
What
Turkey
what
neck
did they
beans,
call them?
I
No,
think was
beans.
turkey neck beans.
Beans.
That was the cut
It's
from
bean
the original.
cheese.
Oh, that's
Ew.
gross. What are we even talking about? Look,
I don't know.
here's a bone. Bone. I run around throwing chicken bones at people. They call me Big Bad Boner Boy. Look out. I was eating a salad before. I'm trying to behave. I got to get my ass back in shape.
Oh God, me too. I just got to get back to hiking. That would help.
That's what I'm looking forward to doing. Except for all this heat. Who the fuck made up hiking in the summer?
I
That's
love
not the
hiking.
time
Usually
to
here
do it.
it's not too bad. We just go early in the morning. As long as you
You
go
got
early
it.
in the
Or
morning
in the
and you
evening.
got and here you got lots of trees and stuff to kind of cover you, so it's not too bad when you're out in the wilderness here. Did you see my
Well,
shirt?
the fuck is that?
It's my shirt.
What the fuck you want? Oh man, I got
And they're succulents.
See, I got a succulent. It's right there. Look at it right here.
You do got a succulent. I have a
do got
bunch of
succulent.
succulents on my tea cart out in the kitchen.
I just planted 2 pots full of peas. God. The peas are supposed to be late August. I'm starting them early. There's a couple other things that I'm growing. I'm excited about. I'm not going to disclose on here. You got to go to Discord. Premium. Sign up for the exclusive content. You'll hear things nobody else can. Well, I'm going to start doing a fucking donate to Tony's Meme Cafe. You know, it takes time to create these fucking things and find them and dig them for you ungrateful creatures. Keep you guys laughing all day. Content's hard to create. That's why I'm so grateful that God kept this going. And I love the premise of this. Everybody fucking
I have to
doing-
tell you, when I first got on today, I was like, ooh, are we going to have anybody here? I mean, if, you know, if just a few show up, it's not that big a deal. It doesn't really matter to me, but it's like, how interested is everybody going to stay before pretty soon I lose everybody?
Well, I used to go on blind. There was never telling who the fuck was going to show up. How many of my lives did you see that you all caught after the fact? I was talking to my goddamn self. Whatever.
I know, but
some
you can
fuck
do
fun.
that
If
because
there's no
you
one around.
have that. You see what happens
Oh.
when I have to talk to myself. Pretty soon I'm like, what the fuck's right there? Let me just a minute. I gotta fix my makeup here. And
Okay, I can fix that for you in 2 seconds. You got to change the way you think about it. It's not a mirror. When you get on and you see that little light and you go live, you are talking to the world. And if the world's not there, if nobody showed up to the rally, well, you don't waste the space. You go, what's important to you? And you speak out to the world and the universe. You're putting it out there. This is what the fuck I'm talking about. Unless you guys are going to hop in the comments, steer the conversation, become part of the conversation, bring discussion to the table. If it's just me, I'm going to talk about whatever the fuck's on my mind for whatever. Usually you're probably round those out about 45 minutes, an hour, and then you go, all right, everybody, have a good night. And then they could catch it later on. And I'm sure there's plenty you want to talk about. Your grandson's about to turn 1 year old. What the fuck what did he do to make you laugh last? What's the last thing he did that made you, that had you laugh? You see, you can hop on and talk about something like that. It's your fucking live. This is your universe, your domain.
True.
It's got his fucking pub. What do bartenders do when nobody's in the bar?
Mhm.
You show
Right.
up and they're so excited to see you. Hey,
Yeah.
come on in, sit down. That's it,
Right.
you know, and then they name the drink that you like. They get it fixed for you, and they're like, "So, how was your day?" Yeah, it's the same thing. They're probably going
Yep.
crazy like you would if there was nobody there that were alive. Yeah, what the fuck you do? You talk to yourself. Or
Yeah,
you sing and
well,
dance.
and I have
wanna
no
go
problem
singing
talking
and
to myself.
dancing.
I talk to myself all day long. I mean, Marvin's at work, whatever. I mean, if if the kids aren't here, my grandkids ain't here. So Flat Crew said he has a succulent. It just doesn't grow well, but he's working on it. I think that might be the
Right.
problem, that you're working on it. You might
Be
need to get
careful with
somebody else.
Cialis.
You might
Yeah,
get
he's
somebody
working
else
on it.
to work on it for you. Starting with the whole suck you, that part.
You just keep the lint out. That's why being circumcised is so much easier. There is no succulent. It's one less step.
Clip that shit right there.
Single digits on vitamin D. David S., if you do, stop wearing sunglasses, look directly in the sun, and stare that bitch down. Your eyeballs is where you're going to get the most amount of vitamin D. Sunglasses and sunscreen are why people are deprived
Did
of
you
vitamin
just tell
D.
him to stare at the sun?
Yeah, Trump did it. What the fuck, you bitch? Fucking stare down the sun and point to it like this, and you go, I will win. My retinas. And then go see a doctor. You'll have plenty of vitamin D. It works great. Piss in your own boots and tell yourself it's raining. You can fix a lot of problems. It's all about that mentality, babe. You know what I mean? At least you'll only be fucking yourself. You piss in your boots, you go, it's fucking raining. And nobody else could get nothing over on you. Own that shit. Own your fucking destiny. You got this.
Okay. North Carolina, best of both worlds, mountains and beaches. Yeah.
Sleeping
have to
days
take
is
a
tough.
daily-
I did overnight school. That's tough. Go ahead. You hitting them comments?
gotta-
Gotta go hit them comments. Let's bring some of these people into the discussion. What the fuck are you people doing?
I'm trying.
Been a while. I miss you
always
guys.
wanted to rent an
Yeah.
RV and go
Right.
from the East Coast to the West Coast, stopping along the way. I'm telling you what, Sugar Britches, fucking do it.
You can
Because
rent-
from
you can rent
everything
my
I
RV.
hear, they are going to start restricting traveling eventually.
Oh, but
And I don't know
Oh,
when
but
it's
that-
going to be. I don't know if it's going to be this year, next year, 5 years. I don't know. But do it sooner than later, because
By the mid 2030s, you're gonna start to see them shunning travel, like opening
And I'm
shunning
still gonna do it.
travel.
and if I'm alive,
me
I'm
too.
still going to do it.
I'm not getting rid of my fucking RV. Not gonna happen. That's my little mobile home right now.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
Yep,
Mhm.
I agree.
I might
Go
trade
now.
it
Whatever
in
your
and get a
dreams
better
are,
one.
man, do them.
I might trade it in and get a better one, but I won't get rid of it.
That song I played today, what was it called? Till You Can't. That's exactly what it's all about. Fucking go do it. Whatever it is you want to do that shit. Call your mama, talk to her, all those things. Do it. Say you're
Well, that's
sorry,
why I
say I
wasn't
love
here.
you,
I was-
all those things.
I was hanging out with my mama today. She turned 60 on the 13th. What's that? Tomorrow. It's her 60th birthday.
days.
It's 2 days. Thursday. Tomorrow's Wednesday. All right.
Happy birthday, mama.
Well, it's the 30th anniversary of her 30th birthday. That's how we're gonna word that, first of all.
There you go.
And
I'm with her.
and there's a little there's a little something extra to it I can't speak to right now. I don't know what risk it actually is. If anybody's seeing this, like in my family or her, I don't think she watches. No offense, not that she doesn't like us, but it's kind of odd thing, and she's like, "Oh, that's nice. Good night."
It's nice, you fucking weirdos.
But yeah, just keep it down. Stop yelling. Shit, there's
That's
times she
right.
goes, "Can you
The
can you
fuck
not
do you
yell?"
guys have
Yeah.
to say
'Cause-
fuck at the top of your
Oh.
lungs? I can hear now.
Well, the good old days, I earned that rant ticker. And listen, I will have that flash across the screen again. Trust
Oh
you
yeah,
me.
it's still there waiting
I
for you.
miss you guys. Oh, and it's been getting so much worse. we're not getting into that tonight. It's been a hell of a day, and she's leaving for I don't know whatever she's doing this weekend. So it was honestly, I was like, I'm gonna come down, hang out. We hung out. We were all watching The Office. Me, her, my little brother, and fucking. It was a nice evening after once the dog got hurt and all that. I had so much I had to do today, and I let the dog out. Once that happened, it kind of just mellowed everything out. You know what? It was kind of nice to just hang out with the three of us.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
Her birthday coming up and all that. I was like, you know what? I took the day off, and here I am. Look, I said I'm taking off, and now I'm actually on. Isn't that funny? It's funny how that works. Taking off, the fuck you are. I tuned in and I was like, I heard Bobby, get the fuck on. I'm like, you know what? I miss you guys. I really do. I want to come in and say hi.
Well, I'm glad you did.
And
Sugar
see
Britches.
how you guys are doing.
It was on Glenn Beck. He was talking about the whole travel restriction on Glenn Beck. And then, David, you're out of your rabbit ass mind. I'm married. You can have the dream, but it's going to have to just be a dream, honey.
Oh, Amanda, I warned you. I had just came back from Florida. I said it was hot as fuck down there back here, and it was nice and cool. Yeah, we kind of did one of these things where I was like, oh, I'm back in New York. It's so nice and cool up here. And she's like, I'm on my way to Florida. Well, I'll tell you, the heat's in New York too. It's summer.
Yeah,
Welcome to summer. I don't know what they're talking about. You got people saying, "Oh, storms." They're talking about Westchester County, upstate New York, was devastated by some fucking rain. Okay, that happens. Gonna happen. You got mountains and valleys, ton of water at once. It's gonna devastate shit. They're not increasing in frequency. They're not increasing in fucking power. In fact, it's decreasing. They are literally lying about the severity and the frequency of the storms. We're mostly in a drought. By the time we get rain, we fucking need it. And they're like, oh, climate change. Storms are becoming more powerful. And we're getting more frequent and more people than ever are at risk. It's like every single one of those things are a provable fucking lie. Every single one of them are a fucking lie. And every time it does finally rain, because it didn't rain for a month and a half, it's like, oh my God, look at all this water. What are we going to do? And then the ground is so dried out, it doesn't just absorb the water. So the water's got a lot of runoff, and it's like, we've never seen flooding like this. It's like, well, you never saw a fucking drought like this. You finally got some rain. It's no reason to ban your fucking oven. I'm telling you something right now. In New York, they're going after the fucking coal fire and wood fire fucking pizza ovens.
Yep.
But pretty soon in New York and California, they're going to fucking ban or charge you for using your goddamn fireplace. This is a bad road. It just... it's civil disobedience. I'm keeping all my gas engines. That's why I decided just to keep the bus, keep the fucking motorcycle, keep the RV. I'm keeping my other car. I might buy a truck or whatever. I'm not getting rid of any of it because they're gonna make them obsolete. And once you're on that they want everybody on mass transit, 15-minute cities. They don't even hide it no more. They don't even hide it.
The one thing that I do want is one of those freeze dryers. I've been watching. A couple of them have came on sale on Marketplace, and I wished I would have grabbed them. So the next one that comes on, I think I'm going to be like, Marvin, I don't give a shit whether you like it or not. We need this sumbitch, and we're getting it. It means I have to stick it in my garage.
Depending on what it can freeze dryer, it'll save you a lot of money.
Oh, hell yeah. They are really, really nice. And it's not... I mean, it's safe. Like when you can something, it's canned for 7 or 8 years and it's in a jar. But if you are freeze drying shit, it goes into those Mylar bags and that shit lasts 25 years. So, and it's easier to store. You can take it with you. It's not, I mean, nobody's going to pack 50 jars of fucking prunes. We see that. So Matthew, I got to tell you the funniest.
You don't want prunes. Even if you could store 50 prunes, would you really want to store 50 prunes?
I love prunes.
You love prunes? He's
Oh,
showing your
God,
age.
I love Prince.
Oh,
Always have.
Marv, poor Marv. Yeah.
Oh God, he likes him too. But
Oh
what
God,
was I
you're
gonna
like
say?
one of
Oh,
those
the other
people with a
day,
chili pot in the gas station bathroom. Fucking Prince. He
Matthew
found
was
the one.
up. Matthew was up on the roof with Marvin, and they were pulling the shingles off and tearing the roof off. And they had Marvin's great big speaker up there, and they were listening to songs. And one of the songs that came on said, so I can't remember what the song is, but in it, it talks about Bud Light, and he yells out Bud Light. He sings something about and something rednecks and Bud Light or something. And Matthew, every time that part of the song would come on, and mind you, he's standing on our fucking roof screaming
The whole
Coors
neighborhood.
Light. He was changing the words. Every time it would say that, he'd scream at the top of his lungs, Coors Light, because he wasn't letting that shit come off of our roof as Bud Light. It was funny and shit.
I'm gonna send you a Visa gift card. Please make sure that I buy that boy his first round. The second he's legal, I'll just send you the Visa. You'll be like, no, this round's on Bobby. Who the hell's Bobby? Don't worry about it. Just yell Coors Light and slam that bitch.
Oh, Matthew's legal. He's 28.
Yeah.
Matthew's 28
just-
years old. I mean, I'm only
Just give him the
39.
fucking Visa card.
Yeah, I'm only 39, but he's 28.
You're giving away more than I thought.
Well, I told you, it's Common Core math. I was born in 69, and I'm 39.
Well,
And you do whatever kind of fucking math you want to do to come up with those numbers, but that's the numbers.
oh, now
Shit.
now every time Bud Light is mentioned, a country song comes on. Did you see the ad they did to try to make up for the other shit? Made Bud Light fucking people look like retards. Oh, Jesus Christ! Don't even get me started. There is so much. I got enough rants lined up that I can run you into 2020. You will know who the next president is before I'm done fucking ranting. Don't get me.
So now
started.
that's what we're gonna have to do. We're just gonna have Bobby rants.
No.
Every
No,
day,
no,
every
what I
week.
will do.
We'll
No,
do
no.
like a 20-minute Bobby rant. Like
I don't know about 20 minutes. That's a long fucking rant.
Is that a long
Maybe
time
a
for you to
5
bitch?
minute, maybe a
5-minute
5 minute
Bobby
or 10
rant
minute.
every
I just
day.
come on, I
at
yell about this and that,
5:20.
kind of like what Mark Levin does on Sean Hannity. He just comes in and he goes da 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 da. Good to see you.
Yeah, but I don't
love
want you to
Don't
just
forget to tip your
leave.
waitress and good night. You know.
No, fuck
Well,
that. I
I'm
don't
hanging
want
out
you to
with you
just leave.
now. No, it might be a thing that I start on my own channel. It's just a fucking Bobby rant.
No,
It
I
might
want
be
you
a
to
daily
do
rant.
a Bobby rant on here.
Oh, on here,
every
you'll
show.
get a you'll get an extended. I guess I don't know. This is what and David. This
Give
is
me an
how you create a
extension, baby.
narcissist.
Go ahead.
How do you create a narcissist? Right? Give him a fucking spotlight and mandate he operates under.
Dude, I'll make a spotlight for all you guys. Like, we'll give Bobby he'll get
Yeah.
like the first
Like
because
Tony,
he's like
we need
he's like the
so
OG son. He's like the
need to-
original son.
yeah, and then the Tony hour. When Tony comes in for an hour, he DJs, shows us about corn pop and his mother's maiden name and the UFOs, and he hangs
And we'll
out.
do like a fly five. We'll do
Then
like
the
a
fly
fly
five.
five.
Yeah, Blunt Man and I'll be up in this bitch.
And an RB, yeah. And then a blunt. I don't know. A blunt.
Then Pesky and Lay and fucking
And
Watts,
Missy,
the Watts Hour.
and
I mean, we
dude,
could keep something running all week where everybody gets to own hour. We'd be like public broadcasting services. What's up, motherfuckers?
yeah. And you
And
guys
then
just
I'll
get to do
fund
your
it.
spiel, and then we go. We could do that, dude. We could so do that shit.
Totally do that. Just do it. Just do
Totally
it. Don't think
do
about
that,
it. Just
man.
fucking do it. Just fucking go live. Just hit that live button. And there you are. You're live. Where are you? I'm here. But everywhere. We're across. She's in
No.
Oregon. I'm in New York. Y'all from all over the planet.
We'll have to
awesome.
do it to where sometimes you don't see my face though, because I don't always put on makeup, and you don't want to see me without it.
Nah, sometimes you gotta remember. You gotta show people what they're fucking with.
When you guys get it,
That's why the
actually,
kids
like when
are
we
afraid
do
of their parents.
when we actually do a meetup, then you'll get to see me without makeup. Because trust me, I don't put on makeup every day, so
We should
you'd
work
be
on
like,
a meetup.
"Holy
Now,
shit! What the fuck is that?"
we should work on a meetup. I'm working on a bunch of events. I'm just getting into the motions this year about the permits, the land. A couple of my friends have done some events and are doing some other ones, big ones. I want to line something up for next year. It gives us plenty of time. You're talking about a
That
year
would be
from
cool.
now. I want
That
to
would be
do. I would like to throughout the summer. I'm trying to keep it reasonable. Three, even just hang out where DJs drink some music or bands drinks and music, meetups in the park. Three of them, one on the eastern side, one in the center, and then one out by you on the western side.
Well, and I
As
think
far
that
as
that
north
would
to
be
south,
cool
I
because
don't know. But if you're in any one of those lanes, you could just shoot north if you wanted to come out. Alcohol permits, obviously, like a good afternoon. Vendors and
Mhm.
I don't know. The way things are looking, it could be a lot of fun and it could be absolutely doable. So I'm looking forward to doing something like that for next year. I would assume you're down, good a girl, if
Yep,
we were able to put something like
it
that
would
together.
be nice.
Then you can smack me upside the head in person.
That's right. Finally get to do it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You guys don't realize you love her because she's a firefighter.
We'll have to watch
but
David though,
you
because
can remember
he'll be
why
trying
she's a
to.
firefighter.
We'll have to watch David though, because I have a feeling he'll be trying to hump my leg in the middle of the night.
Yeah. Easy, David. We might just hump you back. That's when everything, when keeping it real went wrong. But I did want to hop in. I miss you guys. I really do miss you guys. I'm adjusting to the new schedules. With everything going on, time and money has been very tight the past little while, and I'm trying to just muscle through this, get everything settled where I'm at a nice settled pace, and then well, I want to come back on the regular. There's so much to discuss, so much going on. You guys all see it. I know you don't need me to read you the fucking headlines. So
No,
I'm
but
glad to see
you
you guys
are
for
good at
live.
pointing all that shit out.
Oh, you stop it. You're gonna polish me black.
I'm serious. There's lots of shit that I don't. I mean, I think of it throughout the week, but then, and I'll even write it down, but then actually getting to the actual live and talking about it, it's a whole lot different than if you're I don't know. There's just a whole different.
Well, it
Once there's
depends on what
another
you want to
person
talk
here,
about.
it's easier. Well, once there's
Well,
another
it
person
depends.
here, it's much easier. When I'm talking to myself, it just doesn't flow as well. I just think having somebody else there, it makes it. There's not.
Oh, it's
that
like hanging out.
silent
It's no fun hanging out by yourself. Imagine hanging out by yourself and the voices in your head had to be entertainment for everybody watching.
Dude, I
That's a
do
lot
that
of
way too
pressure.
much already.
It is. A lot of people don't realize, and those of you who have been on the show, Tony, it's a lot to hop on by yourself and just host a crowd of comments with no reciprocation. And it does. It not everybody could do it. Not everybody could just hop on and be like, "So what's up, motherfuckers? This is what the hell I want to talk about." Now roast me in the comments. What are you guys talking about? It's not that simple.
Bobby's a natural at it. Rick's a natural at it.
No.
There's people that
I
are
just don't shut the
naturals.
fuck up. That's
SE's
different.
a natural at it. He can fucking SE can bullshit by himself to the fucking laptop for hours. And I mean, he never needs
I think
anybody
that's a sign of narcissism.
I
I think David's right. That's a sign of narcissism. We don't shut the fuck up. Yeah, I just talk to myself all day. If you find it fun, then donate to my Ritalin fund. You can find the GoFundMe in the link in the description below. For all the prescription meds and SSIs, I promise never to, do anything crazy. I'm not gonna do what everybody thinks I'm gonna do, and make them pass laws on 30-round mix. But I love you, Gigi. I love you guys in the comments.
Love you,
I'm gonna let
Bobby.
you
I'm
close
glad you
out
came
the
on.
show. You're around in 3.5 hours. I'm so glad you had me. I do miss you guys. I am so sorry. My life though right now, I'm in a big transition and it's going good. And I'm finding myself happier and happier by the day. And that's
Good.
pretty important. I'm sorry
Good.
I had to take a little step back, but sometimes you got to do things unannounced and not make a thing of it. And it works out well. And look at you killing it. And I'm happy because Arby stepped up. Arby, I want to thank you, bud, for coming on and sharing your knowledge, expertise, and perspective. I find when he's on here, it's incredibly articulate and informative. It's easy to follow. It's good. It's honestly, I really like the dynamic between you two. Everybody in the comment section, you already know I love you. You already know what to do. You smash that fucking like button, share it with your friends, bring everybody down. Gigi, I'm gonna hand the show off to you.
Thanks for coming, Bob.
Unofficial co-host. I'll be back. We'll make you run that rant ticker a time or two. I promise.
Oh, yes.
Before the summer's over. Oh, there's a lot to rant about. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you.
I admire you keeping this going every Tuesday without, every Tuesday you're keeping it going. That's a lot to commit to, and you've been killing it. Yankee, happy birthday. David, happy birthday. 1 year, Grandma.
Yes.
Happy birthday, Luke. Love you guys.
Thanks, Bobby. And you have a great week. And
you guys
I'll try to catch any of your lives that you got going on. So if I don't see
couple of weeks.
But if you do a live and you notice that I'm not there, make sure you text me.
You got it.
Okay.
You got it. It'll be a little bit. I'm still adjusting to the new schedule and finding my niche there. My schedule's been changing. So
yeah.
Love you guys.
Yep, totally understand. Love you, Bob.
Healthy. Turn your head and cough. God bless you. God bless America.
Good night, Bob.
Good night, guys.
All righty, everybody. I think it was really awesome. And now I have to play a song for Wasp because she got the booby prize and it's the least I can do. Right? Look at those dark circles. Okay, see this? I can't look at myself. All right. So, first of all, I want to thank you guys for coming on. Thank you, Arby, and thank you, Bobby. Both of you, you're awesome. Thank you all for being here and hanging with me. If it wasn't for you, I would not be here. And it would be no fun. I mean, it just would be no fun. Having you guys here is, you are my buds. I don't know how else to put it. So thank you so much. And we will see you next week. And I'm going to turn off my cam and play Wasp's song. So good night. And have a great week. Thanks so much. As soon as this motherfucking commercial stops. If I miss saying hi to anybody that showed up, hey, and I will see you next week, either Saturday at Rick's or here. So, good night. He calls me Gigi. It's so weird seeing you call me Gigi, Joe. It's weird calling you Joe. Okay. Topic tonight, we're pretty much done, Joe. We're just headed out the door, actually, because we've been on here for 3 hours and 45 motherfucking minutes. I mean, not that they were bad minutes, they were all awesome minutes. But we're going over to Discord to the link. Okay, so after the after I close this live out, Joe, Tony, my man, is going to go over and post the link in on the comments under this video. So if you go back to my page, you'll be able to see this video, and you under it, you'll see comments and you'll see the link. And if you click on it, then you'll be able to do the phone thing. Yeah. And it won't show your face, and you don't have to say anything if you don't want to, but you can actually talk and you can listen to all us creepy fuckers talking about crazy shit that we can't talk about on CommieTube here. So, yeah, like me calling you on the phone. Kind of like that. Okay. So, Tony's going to post that link when we're done. And I think Tony already has a room open. It's in voice channels. So you'll see it, Donna, when you go in there. They will delete it, Gigi. Oh, will they? Okay, well, as soon as I'm done, I will post it in the link. And why do they delete it? I gave you okay to post links. Fucking piece of shit, CommieTube, cocksucking, dirty, rotten motherfucker. Okay. I feel better now. Anyways, I had an awesome time, you guys. Are you coming into Discord, Wasp? Thank you so much. Oh, you're going to bed, you fucking pussy. You act like it's 3 hours later where you are or something. Thank you, Donna. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much. Joe, like I said, I'm going to go post the link in just a second in the comments under this video. So go there. Okay? If you have a problem, you can always text me. Okay. Thanks, everybody. Talk to you in a few minutes, or Saturday, or Tuesday. As in, see you next Tuesday. Bitches. Yes, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And done.